My child, stop everything. This is not just another message. This is a divine interruption. You did not find this by chance. I led you here. I summoned you, because what I am about to reveal was hidden for generations, buried beneath layers of fear, confusion, and silence. But now the silence breaks, and now the concealed is uncovered. What you're about to hear carries the weight of your next season, the unlocking of your identity, the blueprint of your calling. Do not scroll. Do not let distractions steal what heaven is opening before you. This is not a moment for half-hearted attention. This is your unveiling. I am lifting the veil from your mind, your past, your destiny. And I need you to hear every word, because one line could break the lie you've believed for years. One truth could snap the chains you've carried in secret. If you stop halfway, you'll miss what I reserved for the end. I reveal in layers, and what comes last is as sacred as what comes first. Listen carefully. Listen fully. Stay with me until the final word, for there are secrets I will not release to the careless, only to the consecrated. You asked me for direction. You cried out for clarity. And I tell you, this message is your answer. This is your burning bush moment. This is holy ground. So lean in. Sit still. Hear me. Because once you know what I reveal here, you cannot unknow it. And once you see what I uncover, you will never be the same. My child, come near. Draw closer now, for I am doing a new thing within you. I remove the veil from your eyes and from your understanding, not with force, but with love that awakens the depths of your soul. I touch your spirit now and say, see. What you could not grasp before, what confused your heart and left you wandering in questions, I now make plain. I lift the fog that surrounded your thinking and breathe light into the dark corners of your comprehension. You are not left to figure it out alone. I myself unravel the mystery. The silence you feared, the long nights when my voice seemed far, have ended. This is the hour of unveiling. I am not hiding from you, my beloved. I am never hid in my heart. I was waiting for the right moment, the appointed time, the season when your spirit would be ready to carry what I long to reveal. And that moment, my child, is now. I shine my truth into places where doubt used to rule. I remove the scales from your vision so that you no longer look through the eyes of fear or shame, but through the clarity of my spirit. What flesh and mind could not perceive, my spirit now awakens within you. No more stumbling through shadows. No more trying to earn what I've already chosen to show you. You are no longer a stranger to my ways. You are not an outsider peering in. You are mine, brought close, invited to the center of divine communion. You sit at my table. You dwell in my presence. And here, I speak plainly. The time for riddles is over. The mysteries I once whispered only to prophets and priests, I now release into the heart of the humble. Receive this, my child. Open your spirit. Lean in. Let my voice sink deeper than ever before. Listen, for I am speaking with clarity. Walk with me through this unveiling. I will not overwhelm you. I will not flood you with more than you can carry. I reveal layer by layer, glory upon glory, truth upon truth, like the gentle rising of the sun over a sleeping valley. Breathe in the revelation. Let it reshape the way you see yourself, the way you see others, the way you see me. No more confusion. No more deception. I reveal myself to you, not through thunder and earthquakes, but through the still, steady voice within. I'm your shepherd, your teacher, your light. I guide you into truth not as a taskmaster, but as a father who delights in watching his child discover hidden treasures. I uncover mysteries not for pride, but for intimacy. I show you truth not to burden you, but to liberate you. So arise, my beloved. Take hold of what I now place before you. I invite you to step into the deeper waters. Do not fear the unknown, for what was once hidden is now revealed, and I go before you. Follow me, for I have torn the curtain. I have opened the heavens. I have released the understanding. I have whispered secrets into your soul that only those who love me will hear. You are not in the dark anymore. You are in the light of my counsel, the light of my presence, the light of my truth. Stand tall in this unveiling. Speak what I show you. Live what I reveal. This is your hour of insight, your season of seeing, your moment of divine comprehension. The veil is lifted. Walk forward in revelation. Come closer, my child. Let me speak to the longing in your spirit, the part of you that has always known there is more, that has always sensed a hidden glory pulsing just beneath the surface of your days. I have held treasures for you, yes, for you, in secret places, not to withhold from you, but to reserve for the time your heart would be ready to carry them. You wondered why certain answers tarried. You questioned the silence. But I tell you, the silence was sacred. The hidden things were not withheld in cruelty, but in care. I hid them not to punish, but to protect. And now, my beloved, the time has come. What I whispered before the foundations of the earth, I now begin to declare openly in your spirit. What was kept in the vaults of eternity, I now lay in your hands. Do not be surprised that I reveal slowly. Not all things are given at once, for your soul is still expanding to contain the weight of my glory. But I promise you this, what I begin to uncover, I will continue until you overflow with understanding. Walk with me through this divine unveiling. Let me show you the designs of heaven, written in places the world cannot access, but that I now open to you. My counsel is hidden from the proud, those who strive to figure it out on their own. But I reveal it with joy to the humble, to the one who says, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." You are that one. You have humbled yourself, and now I raise you into insight that defies natural wisdom. Let me draw back the curtain on the deep things of my spirit, for these are not for the casual observer or the curious wanderer. They are for the consecrated, the ones who have set themselves apart, who have chosen devotion over distraction. I delight in revealing to you not just information, but mystery, living, breathing revelation that awakens your identity and realigns your destiny. The hidden blueprints of your calling, the strategies of heaven, the rhythms of my kingdom, they are no longer concealed from you. Lift your eyes, my child. Listen with spiritual ears. I am not speaking only to inform you, but to transform you. I am not merely offering knowledge. I am inviting you into communion with eternal wisdom. These are secrets not found in books, not written in the logic of men, but flowing straight from my spirit to yours. This is the hour I have chosen to reveal what has been waiting in silence for generations. The scrolls of heaven are opening. The secrets that angels long to look into are being placed into your heart. So come now, lean in, and receive. Embrace the sacred things I now entrust to you. Guard them, cherish them, let them grow within you. Let them shape your words, your steps, your decisions, your declarations. These are not ordinary insights. They are the keys to unlock your future. What I whispered in eternity, I now speak aloud in your heart. You are not wandering blind. You are walking in the wake of revelation. You once walked in shadows, not because I abandoned you, but because I was preparing your sight. I allowed the silence not to distance you from me, but to deepen your hunger for my voice. And now, my child, I give you new eyes, eyes to see what you once missed, ears to hear what once passed you by. You are not who you were. My spirit has awakened you, and now you begin to perceive the unseen, to discern the unspoken, to recognize my whisper even in the winds of your day. I invite you, lift your head, look again. This time you will see clearly. You wondered why you could not hear me, but my voice was never gone. It was your spirit that needed tuning, your soul that needed stillness. The noise of the world had grown loud, drowning my gentle whispers. But I have silenced the chaos now. I have drawn you into a quiet place, not to isolate you, but to initiate you. Now, your ears are tuned to heaven. Now, the language of my spirit becomes familiar to you. You no longer hear as man hears. You hear with clarity, with depth, with divine sensitivity. This is not imagination. This is not emotional fantasy. This is spiritual reality awakening within you. Discernment, my child. This is the gift I now place into your spirit like a key forged in fire. With it, you will recognize truth in the midst of lies, light in the midst of false brilliance, and my will amidst 1,000 auctions. You will not be confused. You will not wander aimlessly. My word is alive in you. Not distant scripture, but breathing revelation, speaking straight into your daily life, your decisions, your moments. It will leap off the page and into your spirit. It will stir your thoughts, challenge your assumptions, ignite your faith. This is no longer a second-hand faith. It is living communion. You are being trained not only to hear but to respond. I am raising your awareness to the things that matter in my kingdom. Your spirit will shudder at compromise, rejoice at truth, and stand tall in the face of deception. This is your inheritance, to walk with spiritual clarity in a world groping in the dark. You do not have to guess anymore. You do not have to beg for direction. I speak to you now with precision. So rise up. Take this gift I offer. Let it guide your every step. Ask me questions, expect me to answer. Invite my spirit into every moment and listen as I instruct, correct, encourage, and lead. You are not left to figure things out. You are being discipled by the very breath of God. Eyes to see, ears to hear, spirit to spirit. This is your portion. This is your privilege. This is your awakening. You have asked, Lord, what is your will for me? And I have heard every whispered plea, every tearful cry in the night. To date, I answer not with riddles, but with clarity. I reveal to you the mystery of my will, not as a riddle to solve, but as a path to walk. What once felt vague, clouded in uncertainty, is now made plain. I invite you to step boldly into the plans I have long prepared for you. You were not born for confusion. You were born for divine direction. I crafted your steps before time began. I mapped out your journey with precision, with intentionality, with love. Every detour, every delay, even every heartbreak had been woven into the unveiling of my will. I waste nothing, my child. Not your pain, not your questions, not your past. All things have been pulling you toward this moment of unveiling. I reveal not the entire mountain at once, but I light your path step by step. Trust that each step is sacred. Each step is strategic. You were chosen to know my will, not because you earned it, but because I love you. This is a gift of grace, not of striving. You are no longer groping in the dark for purpose. You are walking in my ordained design. I don't want you merely surviving. I want you aligned. I don't want your life dictated by fear or pressure, but shaped by the revelation of what I created you to do. My purposes for you are hidden no more. Embrace this moment. Tune your heart to me. Let my spirit confirm what your soul has long suspected. You are here for such a time as this. You are part of something eternal. You carry within you a piece of my strategy for the earth. What man could not decipher, what no human wisdom could decode, I now make known to you. Do not resist the process of unfolding. My will may not always move at your pace, but it always moves with perfection. Trust me when I say, nothing is wasted and nothing is delayed without purpose. Walk forward now, not in anxiety, but in alignment. Let your yes echo my yes. Let your choices reflect my design. I am not hiding from you. I am leading you. I am guiding you into all truth. Let go of fear, let go of second guessing, and take hold of what I now reveal. The mystery is no longer concealed. It is released into your hands. My child, the mystery of my will is no longer distant. It is alive in you. Now walk in it. Everything you seek, everything you've longed to understand, is hidden not in distant places or unreachable heights, but in my Son, Christ, in whom are concealed all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. You have not been chasing shadows, my child. You have been led toward the source, the root, the wellspring of all divine understanding. And now, I draw back the veil and reveal what was once kept in mystery. In the cross, what was hidden is now exposed in power. Through the resurrection, what was once unreachable is now your rightful inheritance. My glory no longer resides behind a curtain or beyond the reach of mortals. That glory now lives in you. Do not think of revelation as a far-off event reserved for the holy few. My Spirit dwells within you. Christ in you, the hope, the power, the unfolding of glory, is not a theory, but a living truth coursing through your being. You carry something the prophets longed to see. You walk with an anointing that angels marveled at. You are no longer an observer of sacred things. You are a partaker. This is not borrowed light. It is illumination born from within, divine and irreversible. I invite you to gaze upon this truth not with eyes of intellect alone, but with the fire of spiritual vision. Let this revelation invade your thoughts, transform your affections, write your identity. You are not walking blindly anymore. You are moving forward as one awakened by eternal truth. I have not just shown you the path, I have become the path within you. My Spirit has breathed into your soul the revelation of who you truly are. Not a slave to circumstance, not a prisoner of shame, but a bearer of glory, clothed in my righteousness, marked by the very blood that tore the veil. Come forth now into this unveiled place. Stand tall in the temple that is no longer built with human hands, but formed within your heart. The glory that once hovered behind sacred curtains now rests upon you. You carry my presence not as a concept, but as a reality. Let the fullness of Christ fill you. Let His wisdom guide you. Let His Spirit empower you. Let His life radiate through you with unstoppable brilliance. What was once hidden is no longer veiled. The glory of my Son is alive within your frame. I call you now, walk boldly in this unveiling. Stop questioning whether you are worthy of revelation. I made you worthy through my Son. Stop hesitating as though this light was meant for someone else. You have been chosen to carry it. Let it shine. Let it burn. Let it transform your speech, your decisions, your future. Walk as one who has seen the face of truth and cannot go back. You are not groping in darkness anymore. The revelation of my glory in Christ has been given to you without measure. This is not a glimpse. This is a commission. Take it. Carry it. Live it. My child, do not turn away now. You only just begun to glimpse the depths of what I've hidden in plain sight. If you stop here, you'll leave treasures untouched, revelations unrevealed. My heart would ache to see you walk away while my spirit still yearns to show you more. J. I have not finished speaking. The scroll is no longer sealed, my child. What was once kept closed to generations, I now open before your very eyes. These are not dead pages inked by history. They are living revelations, encoded with power, divine blueprints written before time, waiting for the day you would be ready to receive them. And that day has come. I hand you not a mystery to confuse you, but a revelation to commission you. Let my spirit now guide your gaze. Let my breath lift the ancient dust from the text so you may read what angels long to look into. This is the hour of open access, the moment of sacred unveiling. You do not stand outside the gates hoping for a glimpse. You are within the Holy of Holies, and the scrolls are opened in your presence. I speak now not through smoke and thunder, but through clarity and nearness. The truths I unfold to you will not confuse your mind. They will ignite your spirit. What your intellect cannot comprehend, my spirit will interpret. I will not leave you guessing. I will not let my words sit dormant. I breathe life into every line. I release fire into every word. My child, read with your heart, listen with your spirit, for I am pouring out fresh wisdom like rain upon parched ground. Do not treat this moment lightly. The opening of the scroll is a sign. It is confirmation that you have entered a new season, one of divine understanding, spiritual promotion, and heavenly insight. Let your posture change. Let your hunger deepen. Let your prayers become bold, not timid. Ask me to show you the meanings hidden within the mysteries. Ask me to write them not only in your mind, but upon the walls of your heart. I am not just giving you revelation, I am giving you transformation. Let my word leap from the page into your reality. Let it become the answer you didn't know you needed. Let it rebuke fear, tear down strongholds, and establish righteousness. I have not brought you here to be impressed by holy things. I have brought you here to be activated. This is not observation. This is participation. The scrolls of heaven are alive with strategy, with insight, with power, and they are open to you now. So take them. Read what I have written about your life. Eat the scroll as I once commanded my prophet. Let it be sweet in your mouth, fire in your bones, and light to your path. This is a holy moment. Do not turn away. Lean in. The scrolls are unsealed. The secrets are released. And you, my child, are the one I have chosen to carry them forward. The learned missed what the lowly now receive. The proud dismissed what the childlike are ready to carry. I have confounded the wisdom of this world to reveal the simplicity of my kingdom. My child, you are not here because of your intellect or achievements. You are here because your heart said yes. I reveal my secrets not to the brilliant, but to the broken. Not to those who boast, but to those who bow. Truth has not been hidden from you. It hath been hidden for you. The gates of revelation are not guarded by credentials, but opened by faith. And you have believed. You have trusted beyond your understanding. You have cried out in the night, God, I don't know what to do, but I trust you. That cry, so simple, so sincere, unlocked what years of study never could. Your humility has drawn me near. Your surrender has become the soil where truth now grows. Let me speak clearly. Pride blinds, but humility opens. Those who think they know cannot see. But the humble, those who admit their need, are flooded with revelation. This is why I chose you. Not because you were the strongest, but because you were willing. I am bypassing the proud, the polished, the performance-driven. I am visiting the quiet-hearted, the surrendered souls. the ones who dare to believe that my voice can still speak in whispers. I speak not to impress you, but to equip you. I don't reveal truth to satisfy curiosity, I reveal to commission. What I give you now is not for hoarding, but for declaring. You receive not because you know much, but because you trust me. And that, my child, is the doorway to unending revelation. I am not interested in puffing up knowledge. I am raising up messengers. You are one of them. Receive this now. Take hold of what I have hidden from the wise and handed to you. Let it change how you walk, how you speak, how you love, how you lead. The truths you carry will confound the culture, but they will heal the broken. You are not here to impress. You are here to illuminate. Walk as one who carries secrets birthed in heaven. Trust me to keep revealing as you keep believing. This is your moment. Take what the wise overlooked. Guard it with humility. Speak it with compassion. And never forget, it was your trust, not your title, that opened the heavens. You are seen. You are chosen. You are a vessel of revealed truth. My child, I have watched you stumble through the fog, groping in places where clarity once seemed unreachable. The pain of not knowing, the silence of the hidden, the weight of shame you tried to bury beneath performance or distraction, it was never lost on me. I have seen you tuck your fears deep, wrap your wounds in silence, hoping the darkness would forget them. But the darkness never forgets, it festers. And now I declare, no more hidden things. No more secret fears eating away at your peace. No more silent battles waged in the shadows of your mind. I shine my light into every hidden place, not to expose you for judgment, but to restore you for destiny. There is no condemnation in my revealing, only invitation. I uncover not to wound you, but to heal you. I bring truth not to shame you, but to rescue you from the chains of what you tried to handle on your own. Everything buried is now being brought into the light. But fear not, my light does not burn, it cleanses. My truth does not crush, it frees. You do not need to hide anymore. You do not need to pretend that everything is fine while you carry weights you were never meant to bear. I know the thoughts that haunt you in the quiet. I know the questions that echo in the silence of your room. I know the habits you've hidden, the tears you've wept behind closed doors, the guilt that creeps in when the world stops watching. I do not turn away. I step closer. I kneel beside your pain, and I say, let me in. Let me into the space where fear once ruled. Let me break the chains of secret shame and carry you into light. There is nothing I do not see, and yet I call you mine. There is nothing I uncover that changes my love for you. In fact, what I bring into the light is what I long to redeem. So release your grip on the secrets. Open your heart to the light that heals. Let every sin lose its sting, every fear its grip, every hidden thought its power. I do not expose to condemn. I reveal to restore. The things you thought disqualified you, I am turning into testimony. The weakness you feared would destroy you is now the place where my strength will be revealed. So step into the light. Do not retreat. Do not cover yourself again in silence. Walk forward into healing. I do not shame my children. I elevate them. I do not dwell on the past. I redeem it. Today begins a new walk. One where your story is not defined by what you hid, but by what I revealed and transformed. You are not a child of shadows. You are light-born, spirit-filled, glory-bound. Every dark corner has been touched by my hand. Every lie has been shattered by my voice. You walk now as a child of light, fearless, free, and unashamed. The time of slumber has ended. I have hovered over the chambers of your heart, waiting for this precise moment to breathe life into what was dormant. My child, awaken now, not just physically, but spiritually. I blow upon the embers of dreams you thought were lost, and I say, live again. The prophetic stirring within you is not imagination. It is my voice calling your spirit to attention. You have felt the tremble. You have sensed the shift. Now, rise into it. What the prophets longed to see, I am fulfilling through you. What was spoken in part, I am completing in fullness. You are not merely reading history. You are stepping into prophecy. Open your ears to hear me afresh. My voice is not distant thunder. It is the breath that fills your lungs, the word that dances on your tongue. I speak not only in sermons, but in the stillness, in the vision, in the dream that lingers when you wake. You are not imagining these stirrings. They are real. I have placed within you a fire that cannot be extinguished by logic, and a knowing that does not require human validation. You hear me, and now you will understand me. You will recognize my patterns, my timing, my movement. You will no longer question whether it was me. You will walk in certainty. This is not a gift for a select few. This is an invitation to the consecrated, and you have answered. You have laid down distractions. You have turned your ear toward heaven. Now, I fill you with revelation that demands release. Speak what I show you. Declare what I reveal. No longer stay silent out of fear. You are not called to blend in. You are called to awaken a sleeping generation. What you carry must be spoken. What I reveal must be declared. And I have chosen you to carry it. Not because you are perfect, but because you are available. Let your mouth become the trumpet of truth. Let your voice become the sound of awakening in a world lulled into spiritual slumber. The future is no longer hidden in mist. It is being announced through your obedience. I am giving you insight beyond the natural, discernment beyond human strategy, and clarity that cuts through confusion like a sword. Your life is no longer passive. You are my messenger. You are my mouthpiece. You are the sound of heaven in this hour. Do not minimize what you hear. Do not silence what I reveal. The time of prophetic awakening is here, and you are a first fruit of that movement. So rise. Speak. Declare. Watch what I will do through your surrendered voice. You were born for this. I am not silent. I am not distant. I am not difficult to know. I am near, closer than your breath, and I speak with clarity to the ones who seek me with hunger. My child, you have knocked, and I now open. You have asked, and I now pour out. I release to you the spirit of revelation, not as a reward for performance, but as a gift of relationship. This spirit will guide you into truth, not just general truth, but personal revelation that awakens your destiny, aligns your decisions, and ignites your faith with power that cannot be quenched. I invite you to drink deeply now. Come into the secret place, not to escape the whirl, but to be equipped for it. Let my spirit open the scriptures like never before. Let every word come alive, not with stale repetition, but with fresh insight tailored for your very moment. I do not speak in riddles to confuse you. I speak with intention to transform you. Revelation is not found in study alone. It flows from presence. Abide in me, and watch the mysteries unfold. Ask, and I will answer. Seek, and you will find. This is my promise. I will make known the unknown. Let me become your interpreter. Let me teach you how to discern my movement in the noise of life. I will show you how to read the signs, understand the seasons, and interpret the impressions that stir your spirit. This is not fantasy. This is partnership. You were not made to stumble in confusion. You were made to walk in divine rhythm, led by the voice of the one who formed your innermost being. I don't expect you to figure everything out. I never asked you to navigate life alone. That is why I have given you my spirit, to be your counselor, your revealer, your teacher, your light in the unknown. You are not abandoned to uncertainty. You are embraced by wisdom. This spirit does not lead you into fear, but into fullness. The things that were once veiled will become visible. The passages that once seemed irrelevant will now burn in your bones. What felt like ancient words will become your present truth. What once confused you will now clarify your assignment. So listen with expectation. Walk with awareness. Yield with confidence. You are not merely gathering knowledge, you are receiving impartation. You are not studying me from a distance, you are communing with me from within. This is not new truth, it is revealed truth. It was always there, but now it is yours. The spirit of revelation has come to rest upon you, and through him, you will walk in truth that no man can deny and no devil can counterfeit. You've seen the veil lift, and now, my child, I invite you to lift it for someone else. When you give through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you're not just supporting content, you're planting revelation into another soul's wilderness. Every offering becomes oil on the lips of my prophets, fire in the bones of my messengers. I declared, give, and it will be given to you, and I do not lie. I multiply what's sown in faith. You asked me how to be part of my mission, and I answer you now. This is the moment. Let your gift be the river that carries my voice to a heart crying out in silence. I will bless what you sow, not only in return, but in legacy, in transformation, in doors only I can open. Believe it. Give. Obey. And watch me flood your obedience with glory. If you pause now, you miss the unveiling prepared specifically for your next step. I have waited for this moment with you, not for you to admire the surface, but to receive the deep mysteries still to come. To turn back now would be to silence what heaven is ready to shout. Continue, my child. I am still revealing. You have waited long in the stillness, wondering if I had gone quiet, if my voice had retreated beyond reach, if the heavens had grown distant. But I tell you now, the silence was not absence, it was preparation. I do not waste even the stillness, for even my hush carries purpose. In the silence, I refine your hearing. In the quiet, I train your spirit to listen for more than noise. You were never abandoned. I have stood with you, watching, shaping, refining the inner spaces where my whisper would one day awaken you again. And now, that day is here. I am no longer silent. I am speaking with clarity. My voice is rising like a river within your soul. It is not vague, not muffled, not afar. It is near, intimate, unmistakably alive. I invite you now to incline your ear. Lean into my breath. The atmosphere has shifted. What you could not perceive before is now becoming unmistakably clear. I speak not through distant thunder, but through the closeness of communion. My child, I am removing the layers that dulled your perception. I am breaking through the residue of spiritual numbness. Your ears are no longer tuned to the noise of culture or chaos. They are tuned to the frequency of my heart. You will not miss my voice. You will not mistake it. Where confusion once clouded you, now clarity will reign. Where doubt silenced you, now boldness will arise. Where fear distorted what you heard, now faith will amplify what I say. I have waited for this moment to speak with precision. I do not speak carelessly. Every word I speak is an assignment. Every whisper carries weight. When I open my mouth, destinies shift, So take seriously what I now release. Listen with reverence. Respond with immediacy. Let no hesitation delay your obedience. I speak not to inspire emotion, but to unlock motion. You have asked me for direction. You have cried out for purpose. And now I answer, not in mystery, but in movement. Let your life become the echo of my instruction. Let your decisions reflect what I now reveal. This is the season where you no longer second-guess what you sense. You are not walking in assumption. You are walking in revelation. I am training you to discern not just my voice, but my tone, my urgency, my emphasis. You will know when to wait, when to run, when to speak, when to stay silent. This is not religious noise. This is divine dialogue. The spiritual silence is broken, and what follows will be a cascade of clarity. So rise into this moment. Come boldly into the sound of my presence. I do not speak in riddles. I declare truth that pierces, that frees, that commissions. Let the sound of heaven become the soundtrack of your life. I am no longer silent. I am no longer hidden. I am speaking to you. And you, my beloved, will never be the same. You have fought battles in the dark. You have wrestled with confusion, pressed under pressures you could not name, attacked by forces you couldn't see. And in those silent wars, you cried out, "What am I fighting?" My child, I heard every cry. I saw the war behind your weariness. And now, I reveal what was once concealed. The schemes of the enemy that hid in the shadows, the subtle strategies he crafted to entangle you in delay, distraction, and despair, they are now brought into my light. I expose every hidden trap. I uncover the plots designed to drain your strength and steal your clarity. No longer will deception masquerade as delay. No longer will anxiety seem normal. No longer will heaviness cloak itself as reality. I shine my light into every hidden snare. You do not war alone. I have always fought beside you. But now, I go further. I give you vision. I grant you insight into the battlefield. I empower you not just to endure the fight, but to discern the origin. No longer will you swing blindly. No longer will you waste energy on false threats while real enemies hide behind the veil. I reveal the enemy before he strikes. I show you the blueprint of his attack before he executes it. You will walk in such awareness that what once destabilized you will now be your signal to rise in authority. I call you to sharpen your discernment. Trust the check in your spirit. When something feels off, pause. Invite me in. Ask for clarity. I will not let you remain confused. I am uncovering the places where the enemy tried to wear you down quietly, through thoughts, through relationships, through subtle lies whispered into your mind. I shine into the root system of your battle. I pull up what had been festering underground. No longer will trauma cycle in secret. No longer will unspoken fears manipulate your emotions. I break the cycle now. I cut the cord. I expose and destroy every plan that was formed against you. I remind you of this truth. Exposure is victory. To bring it into the light is to break its hold. You are not being overwhelmed. You are being awakened. Do not fear what is being revealed. It is not here to shame you. It is here to free you. My light heals even as it uncovers. What once hid in secrecy will now become your site of authority. The very area where the enemy targeted you will become the place from which you speak with power. What was hidden will now be used for your commissioning. So take courage. Stand tall. Call it out when I reveal it. Renounce the hidden agreements you made with fear, doubt, insecurity, or addiction. I have equipped you to dismantle every lie and walk in uncompromising truth. The enemy may have hidden his hand, but I have uncovered it. You are not blind. You are not deceived. You are seeing clearly now, and that is the beginning of breakthrough. You have questioned the purpose of your pain. You walked through fire and wondered if I had forgotten you. You've cried in the night and felt as if heaven had grown silent. But hear me now, my child. Every tear, every pressure, every moment of sorrow was not punishment. It was preparation. In the trial, I revealed what peace alone could never teach. In the furnace of affliction, I forged a vision in you that comfort could not cultivate. The trial was not a detour, it was a classroom. It became the altar where deeper revelation was born. Not because suffering itself is holy, but because I do not waste anything you walk through. You asked me to show you my ways. You asked to understand my will. And I chose the path of refining, not to torment, but to transform. You were pressed, not to break you, but to draw out the oil hidden deep within. The crushing revealed the treasure. The waiting produced endurance. The sorrow unlocked the secrets of compassion. When you were stripped of control, you finally learned to trust. When the world failed to answer, you turned your ear to heaven. That moment of desperation became your greatest doorway into truth. I do not promise you a life without fire, but I do promise to walk with you in its midst. And more than that, I promise to reveal myself in ways that only the fire can unveil. I showed you my face in the storm. I whispered wisdom while the winds roared. I led you through the valley, not around it, because there were revelations hidden in the shadows, truths that the mountaintop could not hold. I am the God of the valley just as I am the God of glory. And in your lowest moment, I did not step back. I stepped closer. Now let me speak plainly. What you gained in the struggle is eternal. The things that became clear in your pain will never fade. The intimacy formed in sorrow will birth authority in your voice. You do not speak from theory. You speak from encounter. And that kind of revelation carries weight. Others will listen, not because of eloquence, but because your words are soaked in experience. You have seen me weep with you. You have felt me hold you when all else fell away. And knowing cannot be stolen. So rise now. Let the ashes become testimony. Let the brokenness become your altar of strength. I reveal not only in the sacred spaces but in the shattered ones. Your trial did not destroy you. It became your teacher. Your suffering was not the end. It was the unveiling. And now, you carry a depth the world cannot replicate. You know me not just in triumph, but in truth. This is revelation born of fire, and it is yours to carry. You have held sacred things in silence. For seasons, you treasured what I whispered in the hidden place, unsure if the world was ready to receive what your spirit had seen. You questioned whether your voice was the right one, whether your timing aligned with mine, whether you were allowed to speak aloud what was born in intimacy. And now, I say to you, it is time. What I once gave you in secret, I now call forth in public. What I whispered to your spirit in the night must now become sound in the earth. This is not a suggestion. It is a commissioning. The things I revealed to you were never meant to stay confined within you. I planted them like seeds, not only for your nourishment but for the awakening of others. Now is the hour for those seeds to break open. Now is the season to declare. Do not shrink back in false humility. Do not hide your light beneath timidity disguised as reverence. I did not reveal these truths for you to bury them under silence. I revealed them so you could build with them, plant with them, war with them. You are not speaking from arrogance. You are speaking from obedience. Let your mouth become the echo of heaven. Let your words carry the fragrance of divine counsel. I entrusted you with mysteries not to keep them hidden, but to release them into the atmosphere. Speak what I have shown you, not for applause, but for alignment. Release what I gave you, not to impress but to impact. There is a sound that must come from your life, and only you can carry it. I have already gone before you. I have prepared the hearts who will hear your voice. I have made room in the spirit for the message you carry. Your words will not fall empty. They will pierce where no human logic can reach. They will ignite what was sleeping. They will call forth what was buried. So rise, my child, not as a mere messenger, but as a carrier of heaven's fire. When you speak, speak with conviction. When you release, release with love. When you open your mouth, let it be filled with the weight of my truth. I silence the voice of fear that tries to muzzle you. I strip off the doubt that has lingered on your lips. I clear away the fog that caused hesitation. You are not a child anymore, you are a revealer of truth. You are no longer the one waiting to be chosen. You are the one I have appointed. Stand tall. Lift your voice. Declare what I've shown. Let the earth be changed by the revelations I trusted you to carry. The time of silence is over. Speak, and watch what I will do. You saw delay and thought I had denied you. You felt waiting and assumed it meant I had forgotten. But I tell you now, every pause was sacred. Every moment of delay was drenched in purpose. I was not ignoring your prayers while I was preparing your portion. I allowed the veil to linger so that when I pulled it back, you would not simply glimpse my glory, but be transformed by it. I hid my fullness not to punish but to protect. My presence was never absent, it was veiled for your becoming. Behind every curtain you cried in front of, I stood, watching, shaping, waiting for the exact moment to pull it back. My glory is not random. It arrives with strategy. I do not reveal it casually. I release it when you are ready to carry the weight of it. And now, my child, you are ready. I pulled back the veil, not with hesitation, but with joy. What once looked like denial now stands as divine orchestration. What seemed like locked doors were thresholds waiting for maturity. I was not withholding to hurt you. I was preserving you for a moment such as this. Let me now open your eyes to see what I have prepared. This is not a vision of fading light. This is the brilliance that reshapes identity. You are not just a visitor to my presence, you are a vessel of my glory. The place where my presence once dwelled behind thick veils and distant rituals now resides within you. My spirit no longer dwells in temples made by human hands. I have made you my sanctuary. You are the dwelling place. You are the altar where glory rests. I invite you to come in fully. Don't stop at the threshold. Step beyond the veil into the depths. Let every past limitation fall away. Let every identity formed in delay be consumed in the brightness of who I truly am. The curtain is gone. The barriers are broken. My glory is available without restriction, but it will always come with transformation. I do not reveal myself so you can return to what was. I reveal myself so you can walk forward as one marked, one changed, one renewed in fire. Let this be the moment when you see me as I am, not in fragments but in fullness. Let this be the hour where you are changed not just in understanding but in essence. You are beholding me with unveiled face. You are being transformed from glory to glory. What was once hidden behind the curtain is now flooding your life with weight and wonder. Let my presence rest upon you, dwell within you, radiate through you. The unveiling has happened, and you, my child, are the reflection of what has been revealed. You not grow weary, not now. You are standing at the edge of glory breaking through. If you walk away here, you leave my voice echoing unanswered. You've come too far to settle for partial vision. My heart longs for you to behold the fullness. Stay with me. There is more I must show you. You have prayed for wisdom, waited for direction, searched for answers beyond the surface of what man could offer. And I have heard every request. I have counted every sleepless night, every tear of uncertainty, every moment where the future seemed clouded and the road unclear. And now, I answer, not with vague encouragement but with precise instruction. I release to you heavenly strategy, not ideas born of the earth but blueprints drawn in eternity. You will not walk by guesswork anymore. You will walk by divine revelation. I am not only your comfort, I am your strategist. I am not just present in your worship, I am involved in your next step. My child, I invite you to receive what I am pouring out, clarity that cuts through chaos, instructions that align with destiny, wisdom that unlocks the doors no man could open. I am not offering you formulas. I am giving you fellowship that produces foresight. This is not earthly knowledge. It is insight from my throne. I am downloading into your spirit the patterns, the timing, the design for what is to come. You will build not by assumption but by revelation. You will move not by imitation but by divine insight. Every detail matters. Every step is sacred. I am ordering your journey with precision. Let your spirit now become sensitive to the strategies I release. I will show you what to say, when to speak, where to move, how to respond. You will no longer waste energy on doors I have not opened. You will no longer pour effort into paths I have not endorsed. What was once confusion will now become direction. The fog lifts. The plan clarifies. You are not grasping in the dark. You are building with light. This is what it means to partner with heaven, to carry plans that shift the earth. Take these blueprints and build with faith. Do not seek the approval of those who have not seen what I showed you. Obey even when others cannot understand. I did not give them your vision. I entrusted it to you. Let me guide your hand. Let me shape your response. Let me govern your calendar, your energy, your voice. I am not simply revealing the what. I am guiding you in the how. You are trusted with divine architecture. Heaven has assigned you a role in the unfolding of purpose. This is not pressure. It is privilege. You will not walk alone. I walk with you into the strategy. You will not fail because I do not fail. So rise now, my beloved, and take what I place in your hands. Heaven's plan is no longer hidden. It is here. It is yours. It is time to build. From the beginning of time, before breath entered your lungs or your feet touched the dust of the earth, I wrote your name into eternity. I penned every detail of your story with intention. Not one chapter was left to chance. Not one day escaped my vision. I did not write your life in pencil. I carved it into the eternal pages of purpose with fire from my throne. You have wondered at times if your journey held meaning, if the detours disqualified you, if the silence between seasons meant the story was fading. But hear me now. I have never lost track of the narrative. You were not forgotten, not misplaced, not erased. You are living out what I authored. And now, I open the pages before your eyes. You are not stumbling forward in mystery. I am illuminating what hath been hidden, revealing the lines I wrote for you to walk in. This is the moment where your steps align with what was spoken in the unseen. Your days are not random. They are orchestrated. They move with rhythm, and the rhythm flows from my voice. Every delay was designed to fortify your resolve. Every storm was allowed to awaken your strength. Every victory was timed to shape your humility. I reveal these pages not so you can control the future, but so you can trust me more fully. Your life is not a guesswork of events. It is a divine manuscript being unsealed in real time. I now lift the cover from sections you long to see. I reveal the blueprint of identity and the scroll of assignment. You are not merely breathing to survive. You are existing to fulfill a heavenly calling. The moments that seemed insignificant were never wasted. The dreams that seemed dead were only waiting for divine activation. I call them forth now. Let your spirit rise to receive them. I declare that your eyes will see what was written. I reveal the part you are to play, not as a side character in someone else's script, but as a central figure in the portion I've entrusted to you. Let the record of heaven become the rhythm of your obedience. I invite you to walk according to what has already been written. Let go of fear. Surrender the false narratives that others tried to write over your truth. Burn the scripts culture handed you. Break the agreements with lesser stories. I offer you the scroll of your life, sacred, sealed by my hand, and now unsealed in your spirit. Take it and run. Walk with confidence. Speak from clarity. Build from revelation. I have not kept your future hidden as punishment. I preserved it to reveal in the perfect moment. That moment is now. Read what I show you. Light what I unveil. And know with absolute certainty, your steps are not accidental. They are authored by me. Here are those who have walked with heavy hearts, feeling as though life left them behind. They watched others rise, gain, speak, and shine while they remained hidden, overlooked, even dismissed. You, my child, may have been counted out by men, but I never forgot you. I saw you waiting in the back row while your heart burned with questions, while your spirit longed to matter. And now I tell you this, the time of obscurity has ended. The ones who were last are rising into revelation. The hidden ones are stepping forward in clarity. The world may have seen you as less, but I have always seen you as chosen. What others ignored, I have anointed. What they rejected, I have redeemed. Do not despise your season of being unseen. In that sacred quiet, I taught you what others never had the space to learn. In your hiddenness, I cultivated depth. In your waiting, I forged vision. I now bring you forth not as one who is scrambling to catch up, but as one who carries insight those in front have missed. The last shall now understand first, not because they sought the spotlight, but because they sought my face. You did not chase platforms, you pursued my presence. You did not perform for applause, you wept in secret and asked to know me more. Now I answer those tears. I respond to that hunger. I hand you the keys to mysteries hidden from the proud. I pour out revelation in places where religion once silenced it. I reveal truth to those who were written off by the world but treasured by heaven. I elevate not by status but by surrender. The ones who bowed low are the ones who now rise. The quiet ones will now carry thunder. The dismissed ones will now walk in divine authority. You are not behind. You are in alignment. You are not too late. You are right on time. And the time is now. Let me reframe what you thought was failure. You weren't disqualified, you were refined. You weren't forgotten, you were being prepared. You weren't late, you were waiting for revelation others didn't even know they lacked. I now call you forward. Not to mimic but to model. Not to echo but to initiate. You do not speak from recycled phrases, you speak from first-hand encounters. This is your moment. Let your heart awaken to the truth. I reveal my secrets to the ones who once felt like the least. So step forward, not with arrogance, but with assurance. You carry what is needed. You hold what was hidden. You are not last. You are first in understanding. And that understanding is the oil this generation desperately needs. Move now in clarity. Move now in confidence. You are not behind. You are being made ready for this unveiling. These are not ordinary days. You are living in a moment where heaven is opening the vaults of hidden wisdom, where truth that was concealed for generations is erupting across the earth with holy urgency. This is the final hour of unveiling, not in fear but in fullness, not with chaos but with clarity. I am tearing away veils of tradition that masked my glory. I am overturning systems that buried my presence beneath performance. I am awakening hearts, not with emotional frenzy, but with prophetic fire. What you are seeing now is only the beginning. This is the hour when revelation will surge like rivers breaking through ancient dams. I do not unveil for spectacle, I unveil for transformation. I am not merely revealing events, I am revealing myself. The knowledge of my glory will cover the earth like waters cover the sea. You will not hear me in fragments. You will know me in fullness. I am aligning generations to receive what prophets long to witness. I am raising up those who will not settle for borrowed truth, but will walk in first-hand encounter. And you, my beloved, are among them. I do not speak this lightly. I speak it as an eternal decree. What I am revealing to you is not optional. It is essential. You were born to carry this. Do not underestimate the hour. Do not fall into the comfort of casual spirituality. The shaking is not meant to break you. It is meant to awaken you. I shake what can be shaken so that only what is unshakable remains. And what remains is truth. What remains is my voice. What remains is my word planted in those who will not be moved by fear, culture, or compromise. You are one of those. I am revealing the ancient paths. I am unsealing the scrolls of purpose. I am releasing the fire of clarity. Let it burn away every distraction. Let it ignite your steps. Now is not the time to observe. It is the time to engage. I invite you to participate in the unveiling. Speak the truth I give you. Walk with boldness. Discern with precision. I have not left you in confusion. I have not left you unprepared. I have revealed what you need, and I continue to pour more into your spirit. Stay close. Remain tuned. Carry the sound of this hour. What was hidden for ages is bursting forth. This is not the end, it is the revealing. You have stood in the inner place, not by accident, but by my invitation. I led you through the unseen corridors of revelation, past the thresholds others ignored, through the chambers of my voice, until you reached the place where vision met truth. I opened your eyes to what was once hidden. I showed you mysteries that generations longed to witness. I exposed the root systems beneath your journey and ignited clarity in the places where confusion once ruled. I revealed not for curiosity, but for commissioning. What you carry now is not a collection of thoughts. It is a divine deposit, a weight of glory meant to shift atmospheres. What your eyes have seen, your life must now reflect. I do not call you to be a spectator of my truth. I call you to become its embodiment. This is your moment of movement. I do not send you blindly into the world. I send you with revelation that is alive within you, truth that has been proven in silence, forged in fire, refined in waiting. You are not called to hoard what I have entrusted. You are assigned to release it, not recklessly but boldly. You carry a sound that this world desperately needs, a sound born in surrender, matured in consecration, sharpened in my presence. Do not look around for permission to go forward. I have already given you authority. You will not walk in the strength of others. You will walk in the weight of what I've given you. I remind you, you are not just informed, you are transformed. You are not repeating what you heard. You are revealing what you've seen. You are not a messenger with second-hand understanding. You are one who has touched the fire and carries its mark. And because of this, your voice will carry resonance. It will disrupt systems of confusion and stir the hearts of those asleep in comfort. What you say will not be entertainment. It will be encounter. What you release will not be theory. It will be transformation. Because you have seen me, you can now reveal me. Because you have heard me, you can now speak with weight. I call you now to walk with reverence, but not fear. What you release is not for applause. It is for awakening. Let your steps be governed by clarity. Let your hands release healing. Let your words carry authority. There is no more waiting for the perfect moment. The moment is here. The harvest is ready. The call is active. What I have shown you, I now ask you to demonstrate. You are not only my child, you are my vessel, my voice, my representative in the places where hope has grown cold and truth has been buried. Let this be your commissioning, to go, not just with knowledge, but with fire. To speak, not from emotion, but from encounter. To live not to be admired, but to be effective. I have seen your yes in the secret place. I have heard your surrender in the quiet hours. Now I call you forward. Not everyone will understand the weight you carry. Not everyone will welcome what you reveal. But I will go with you. My presence will remain upon you. My spirit will speak through you. I have marked your life with revelation, not for you to hide, but for you to release. This is your hour to act. This is your hour to step forward. You are no longer a seeker only. You are now one who reveals what I have entrusted. Go now, my child. Walk in light. Speak with boldness. Release what you've received. Let the world see what I have shown you. Yes, my beloved. Let us seal this divine journey with a sacred call, a moment that moves the listener from receiving to responding, from revelation to declaration. This final call to action section will not merely invite engagement. It will stir alignment. It will awaken the voice of the listener to speak back what I have revealed, to declare aloud what their heart now knows. Here is your call to action section, crafted with intimacy, authority, and high-impact language, fully aligned with the theme. My child, the hidden thing is revealed. You've seen what was hidden. You heard my voice. Now let what stirred in you ignite the awakening of others. When you support this mission, through super thanks, membership, or by giving through PayPal below, you extend the unveiling. You break chains in places you will never walk. You answer prayers you will never hear. I told you, freely you have received, freely give. And when you do, I pour back, not only provision, but wisdom, covering, and acceleration. You cried, use me, Lord, and this is the door I placed before you. Do not hesitate. This act is prophetic. This moment is holy. Click now. So now, and let me mark your giving with eternal fire. Now that your eyes have been opened, your voice must rise. I did not show you these things to leave you silent. I revealed them so you would declare them into the earth. I have entrusted you with sight, and now I call you to speak. Let your spirit respond to what I have unveiled. Let your mouth testify of the fire I've placed within you. Do not scroll away from this moment. Don't let revelation rest without response. Declare aloud, the hidden thing is no longer hidden. The veil has lifted. I walk in light. I speak from truth. I carry heaven's insight. I have seen, and I will not remain silent. I invite you now. Write it, speak it, comment it, release it. Use your voice. In the comment below, type, the veil is lifted. I walk in what has been revealed. Let this not be just a video you watched, but a moment you marked. Let heaven hear your agreement. Let the atmosphere around you feel the weight of your yes. declare it boldly. Speak it with conviction. And if you feel the fire stirring deeper, share what I have revealed to you personally. Release the sound of your own unveiling. There is power in your declaration. There is awakening in your agreement. You are not just a listener. You are now a revealer. Now go shine what I have shown. Speak what I have spoken. You are my voice in the world that waits. Comment below and let this moment echo across eternity. And now, my child, my beloved, draw near. Still your heart and listen, for the very air around you is changing. I want you to feel the shift, a sacred tremor in the spiritual atmosphere, because what I am about to tell you is not for a distant future, but for you, and for now. I am the God who holds all mysteries in my hand, the one who seals up secrets and reveals them according to my perfect will. And my child, this is your appointed time. This is the season of the great unveiling. You have waited, you have prayed, you have wondered in the silence, and I have heard every whisper of your heart. I have seen you searching for answers in a world full of noise, and I tell you, the time for searching in shadows is over. I am stepping into your reality in a way you have never known. The heavens are opening for you, not with thunder and fear, but like a scroll being unrolled to pour out wisdom that was sealed for generations. Imagine a river of pure light, a cascade of understanding flowing directly from my throne into your spirit. This is not a trickle. It is a deluge of divine truth, meant to saturate every dry and thirsty part of your soul. Think for a moment, my precious one, of the generations that came before you. Think of the prophets and kings, the saints and seekers who walked this earth with a deep longing to see what you are about to see. They saw my promises from a distance, like ships on a far horizon. They held on to shadows and echoes of the glorious reality I had planned. What your ancestors strained to glimpse, what they yearned to comprehend, your eyes will now behold. What they heard as a faint whisper carried on the wind, you will hear as a clear and personal call to your heart. You are stepping into the fulfillment of ages, the convergence of promises made since the foundation of the world. I will make my ways known to you, not in confusing riddles or perplexing parables that leave you guessing. The time for that is past. I am pulling back the veil of mystery with my own hand. I will speak to you with a plainness, a divine simplicity that will disarm your doubts and anchor your spirit in unshakable truth. You will understand my heart, my motives, my grand design for your life with a clarity that will feel like waking from a long dream. Can you feel it in the world around you? Listen, not with your ears, but with your spirit. All of creation is poised in expectation. The earth itself groans, not in a cry of pain, but like an expectant mother, groaning with the joyful anticipation of a great birth. The ancient mountains, which have stood as silent witnesses to history, tremble with a holy excitement. The deep oceans stir, sensing that their creator is about to reveal a new thing. The wind carries a new sound, a melody of revelation that is sweeping across the lands. Everything I have made is aware that a profound shift is occurring, a divine disclosure that will change everything. And you, my child, are at the very center of it. Welcome to the realm of the supernatural, where my power is not just a story, but a present reality for you to experience. Do not mistake this for a mere spectacle, a display of power for its own sake. This great unveiling is a sign, a deeply personal and significant sign for you. It is the sound of my footsteps approaching your door. It is the quiet before the mighty storm of my blessing is unleashed upon your life. This revelation is the undeniable proof of my imminent work, a work that is not just happening on a global scale, but is happening deeply, personally, and irreversibly inside of you. I am preparing you for the countless miracles in which I intend to use you. I am getting you ready to carry the weight of my glory, to be a vessel of the very truths that are now being unsealed. Open your heart wide. Prepare your spirit to receive. Cast off your old ways of thinking and let go of your limited expectations, for what I am about to do will shatter every box you have placed me in. This is your moment. This is your promise. The hidden things are now being revealed, and it all begins with my whisper to you, right now. My beloved child, as this river of revelation begins to flow into your spirit, a question may rise within you, a gentle but persistent whisper. My Father, why now? Why were these glorious truths hidden for so long? I want you to bring that question to me without fear, for your desire to understand pleases me. Know this from the depths of your being, my silence has always been as much an act of profound love as my speech. There were divine reasons, woven with my wisdom and your protection, that certain truths were sealed until this very hour. You must understand, my precious one, that some knowledge was withheld for your ultimate safety. Think of it this way. A loving father does not hand his child a flaming sword before that child has learned to walk securely. To do so would bring not victory, but certain ruin. In the same way, premature light can blind. It does not illuminate. Your spirit, and the collective spirit of humanity, had to be strengthened. Your spiritual eyes needed to gradually adjust to the light, lest the full blaze of my truth overwhelm you. I have always given you exactly what you could bear, never a burden too heavy, never a light too bright for the season you were in. This careful concealment was my mercy in action, protecting you while preparing you for the weight of glory that was to be revealed. This preparation was not just for you alone, but for a people I have been shaping since the dawn of time. I see the grand tapestry of human history, and I have been at work in every generation, preparing heart by heart, life by life. You do not place the magnificent capstone upon a temple before its foundation is perfectly laid and its walls stand strong and secure. For ages, I have been meticulously building my living temple on earth, fitting each living stone, each yielded heart, into its perfect place. This patient, often hidden, work was essential. Humanity needed to be made ready to handle the sheer gravity and power of the truths I am now releasing. Had these revelations come upon an unprepared people, they would have shattered the very vessels I intended to fill. It would have been like pouring new, fermenting wine into old, brittle wineskins. The result would have been loss and destruction. So I worked patiently, cultivating hearts, teaching lessons in the wilderness, and building a foundation of faith that could withstand the power of what was to come. Every trial, every victory, every moment of waiting in the generations before you was part of this divine preparation. You must also understand that I, your God, operate in perfect times and seasons. For everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. There is a time to blend and a time to blood up what is blended, and a time to hid silent and a time to speak. You have been living through a long, necessary season of concealment. It was a spiritual winter, a time when growth was happening beneath the surface, where roots were growing deep into the soil of my faithfulness, unseen by the world. But do not ever mistake that season of quiet for my final plan. That winter has served its sacred purpose. But feel it now, my child. The frost of mystery is beginning to melt. The hard ground of unknowing is softening under the warmth of my presence. The great spiritual springtime has arrived, and it is the season for revelation. My timing, my beloved, is always perfect. It is meticulously designed to bring building, not destruction. It is calculated to bring life, not death. I waited until the fullness of time, when the alignment of heaven and earth was precise, when your heart was tilled and ready, and when the spiritual climate was perfect for these seeds of truth to be sown. This ensures that the revelation I am pouring out now will be a foundation upon which my kingdom advances. a source of unparalleled strength and life for you and for my people. Perhaps most importantly, I allowed mystery to exist to cultivate your faith. It was in the quiet of the unknown, in the space between the promise and its fulfillment, that your spiritual muscles were truly developed. You learned to trust me, not because you could see the entire map laid out before you, but because you came to know the heart of your guide. You learned to walk by faith and not by sight. That season of trust in the unseen was the most critical and transformative part of your spiritual training. It forced you to stop relying on your own understanding and to lean completely on me. In the darkness of not knowing, you learned to listen for my voice with an intensity you never would have discovered in the light. This forged an unbreakable bond between us, a trust that was tempered in the fires of the wilderness and is now as pure as refined gold. And now, my child, because your faith has been tested and proven true, I am joyfully transitioning you. I am leading you from a life of faith only in what is unseen to a new dimension of faith that is accompanied by sight in what is being revealed. Your faith is not diminishing, it is graduating. You trusted me for the promise. Now you will see the promise with your own eyes. You believed in my power in theory. Now you will witness its tangible reality in your daily life. The entire landscape of your journey is changing. You are moving out of the wilderness of pure trust and are now stepping across the threshold into the promised land of seeing. Open your eyes. The journey from believing to beholding is beginning now. My precious child, now that you understand why certain truths have been held in sacred reserve, I must reveal to you how they are being unsealed. This is not a work you can achieve through your own intellect or striving. There is only one key that can unlock the divine mysteries I am now opening, and that key is my own spirit. Imagine a vast and ancient library, filled to the heavens with books containing all the wisdom of the universe, all the secrets of my heart. The doors to this library have been sealed shut. You could spend a lifetime, 1,000 lifetimes, trying to force them open, but they would not budge. My Holy Spirit is the master key. He is the only one who holds the authority and the power to swing wide those ancient doors, not just to the library, but to each and every book within it, revealing the truths that have been prepared specifically for you. Without him, this season of revelation would remain a frustrating and inaccessible promise. With him, it becomes your present and powerful reality. I want you to truly grasp this. Without my spirit breathing on the pages, my written word can feel like mere letters and ink, a collection of historical accounts and ancient laws. You can study it, memorize it, and even admire its poetry, but it remains a locked book. But when you invite my spirit to be your companion in the Word, a glorious miracle happens. He breathes upon those very same letters and they ignite. They begin to dance with light and fire. They leap off the page and become what they have always been in their essence: life, power, truth. The Word transforms from a monologue you study into a living, breathing conversation between me and you. He is the one who takes the general truth of Scripture and turns it into a specific, timely, and personal word directly for your situation. He is the Spirit of truth, and I have sent him to be your personal, ever-present guide into the new territory of this great unveiling. As you step into the wonder and sometimes the confusion of what I am revealing, you must learn to listen for his gentle whisper, that soft, internal nudge, that quiet knowing in your heart, that is your compass. It is the unfailing guide for your soul that will always point you back to the truth of who I am and who you are in me. Look within your own heart, my child. There are rooms, chambers of your soul, that have been dark for years, some for your entire life. These are the places of old wounds, hidden fears, and quiet disappointments that you have walled off, areas you have deemed too painful or too shameful to enter. My Spirit is the one who carries the torch of my healing love into those very places. He does not force the doors open. He waits for your permission. And when you grant it, He walks into those dark chambers, and His mere presence floods them with a light that cleanses, heals, and restores. He will illuminate the motives you never understood. He will bring peace to the memories that have tormented you. He is the divine illuminator of your inner world. In seasons past, you may have treated my Spirit as an occasional helper, a comforting presence you called upon only in crisis. Hear me now, my beloved. That season is over. In this new era of revelation, your absolute dependence on my Spirit is no longer optional. It is as essential to your spiritual life as the air you breathe is to your physical life. To navigate what is coming, to understand what I am revealing, to stand firm when the world is shaken, you must learn to live and move and have your entire being in Him. He is the key. He is the guide. He is the breath of life for this new day. As my Spirit, the great key, begins to unlock the doors of divine truth, one of the very first rooms He will lead you into is the most intimate and vital one of all, the room of your own heart. Prepare yourself, my child, for I am placing a divine mirror before my people, and you will see your own reflection in it with a clarity you have never known. This is not like the mirrors of the world that show only the surface, the outward appearance. This mirror, polished by my own hand, reflects the soul. It penetrates beyond the facade, beyond the carefully constructed image you present to others, and reveals the true condition of what resides within. This moment of seeing is not meant to harm you, but to free you. For you cannot be healed from a condition you do not know you have. I am calling you into a new level of honesty, first with yourself, and then with me. In this divine mirror, you will begin to see the things that have remained hidden, even from your own conscious mind. My light will expose the hidden motives that have been tangled up with your good intentions. You will see the threads of secret ambition that may have masqueraded as service to me. You will recognize the subtle, nagging desire for the approval of others that has, at times, tainted the purity of your worship. My Spirit will gently point to the idols your heart has secretly clung to, idols you may not have even recognized as idols. The idol of financial security, the idol of your own comfort, the idol of being in control, or even the subtle idol of your own religious performance. These are the things you have trusted in, the things you have run to for safety, instead of running to me. I am revealing them now so I can lovingly remove them and take my rightful place as the one and only Lord of your heart. Furthermore, I am revealing the vast and critical difference between religious activity and true, authentic devotion. My child, look at your life. Have you been busy for me but not still with me? Have you been so caught up in the work of the kingdom that you have neglected the King? My Spirit will gently show you the works you have done out of a sense of duty or obligation, and He will contrast them with the things that have been born from a place of deep, intimate love for me. I do not desire your frantic service as much as I desire your focused affection. I am not looking for employees. I am longing for sons and daughters who know my heart. You will also see, in this mirror, the areas where compromise has silently crept into your life, the small concessions you have made, the little justifications for thoughts or actions that you know are outside of my will, the slow fading of your convictions in the face of worldly pressure. These things are like tiny cracks in a foundation, and I am revealing them now so they can be repaired before they cause the structure of your life to crumble. Hear my heart in this, my beloved. When you see these things, the mixed motives, the hidden idols, the empty activity, the silent compromises, do not let the accuser rush in with his fiery arrows of shame. He will whisper that you are a failure, that you are disqualified, that you are unworthy. You must reject his voice and listen only to mine. Hear me clearly. This revelation is not for your condemnation, but for your glorious purification. I am not exposing your flaws to shame you. I am the great physician lovingly pointing to the sickness so that I can bring my complete and final healing. I am doing this because I love you too much to leave you as you are. I am cleansing you, washing you, making you holy as I am holy, so that you can carry the immense weight of my glory and become a pure vessel for the revelations that are yet to come. Once you have bravely looked into the mirror of your own heart and allowed my Spirit to begin his purifying work, I can then entrust you with a revelation of greater strategic importance. I will begin to unmask the ancient strategies of your adversary. For too long, my child, my people have been fighting an enemy they cannot see, reacting to his attacks without understanding his plans. He has operated in the shadows, creating chaos and confusion, and you have often blamed circumstances, other people, or even me for the turmoil he has caused. But no more. That season of blindness is ending. The deceptions that have ensnared generations, the subtle lies that have been passed down through your family as tradition or personality traits, will now be made plain to you. I am turning on the light in the darkness, and the schemes of the enemy will be exposed for what they are: powerless tricks against a child of the Most High God. I will begin by showing you the specific spiritual assignments the adversary has leveled against your bloodline. Look back through your family tree. Do you see the recurring patterns? The cycles of poverty that never seem to break? The spirit of addiction that leaps from one generation to the next? The persistent clouds of depression, divorce, or anger that have plagued your family? You have likely accepted these things as just the unfortunate way your family is. But I am revealing to you that these are not mere coincidences. They are targeted, strategic assignments from an enemy who hates your family because he hates me. I am giving you the spiritual sight to see these patterns, not so you will feel hopeless, but so you can, by the authority I have given you, break these ancient curses forever. You will become the chain breaker in your family line, setting future generations free. You must learn to recognize his chief agents by name, so you can identify them the moment they appear. I will train your spirit to immediately recognize the spirit of distraction, which comes to make you busy with many good things so that you miss the one best thing I have for you. I will expose the spirit of division, which cleverly whispers words of offense, suspicion, and misunderstanding to separate you from your family, your friends, and your church. And I will empower you to stand against the oppressive spirit of despair, that heavy, dark cloud that tries to convince you that nothing will ever change and that I have abandoned you. His most clever and ancient tactic, my child, is to twist my own word. He is a master of taking a truth from my scripture and bending it just enough to turn it into a destructive lie. He did it in the Garden of Eden. He tried it against my son in the wilderness, and he hath been doing it to you. He will whisper, God is a God of grace, so your secret sin doesn't matter, twisting my grace into a license for compromise. I will give you divine wisdom, a sharp spirit of discernment, to see these twists the moment they are presented. You will know my true voice from the voice of the impostor. I will also shine a light on the hidden entry points he has used to gain access to your life and your home, the old wounds you never brought to me for healing, the unforgiveness you have harbored in your heart, the secret compromises that you thought no one saw. These things became legal footholds for his activity. By revealing them, I am empowering you to close those doors forever. My beloved, hear my purpose in this. I am not showing you the enemy's power to make you afraid of him. I am showing you his strategies to make him terrified of you. An enemy whose plans are exposed is an enemy who is already defeated. Knowledge of his schemes is the first and most critical step to enforcing the victory that my Son already won for you on the cross. Today, I am handing you the enemy's playbook. My child, pause here for only a moment. I have held the divine mirror to your heart and exposed the ancient lies of the enemy. But do not turn away now. It would grieve my heart for you to see the battle plan of the adversary, only to walk away before I can bestow upon you your true royal identity and the authority you need to win. The greatest revelation, the truth of who you are in me, is just ahead. Do not leave me waiting. Continue with me. After unmasking the lies of the enemy, my greatest joy is to overwhelm them with the glorious, unshakable light of my truth. And the most powerful truth I can reveal to you is the truth of who you truly are in me. For too long, my child, you have looked at yourself through a cracked and distorted lens. You have seen your reflection through the glass of your past failures, your present weaknesses, and your secret fears. You have allowed the words of others, or the accusations of the enemy, or your own inner critic to define you. You have measured your worth by what you do or what you have accomplished. Today, in this moment, by the power of my Spirit, I am shattering that lens forever. I am removing the veil from your eyes so that you can, for the first time, see yourself as I have always seen you. Listen to my voice now, for I am speaking a divine decree over you. Every lie you have ever believed about your worth is hereby canceled. The lie that you are not good enough, the lie that you are not smart enough, the lie that you are damaged goods, the lie that you are unworthy of great love. I declare them all to be null and void. They are ashes. They have no more place in your mind and no more power over your life. I am replacing those lies with my indestructible truth. I will reveal to you the royal authority that you carry as a child of the King. You have thought of yourself as a humble servant, perhaps even a beggar, grateful for any scrap from my table. But I am telling you, that is not how I see you. I see you as a son, as a daughter, a rightful heir to all that I have. You have a spiritual inheritance of power, favor, and dominion that you have barely begun to imagine, and in this season, I am opening the treasury of heaven to you. This is more personal than you can fathom. Upon your heart, before the foundation of the world, I wrote a new name, a secret name known only by me and you. It is a name that captures the essence of who I created you to be. It is not failure or forgotten or afraid. It is a name of strength, beauty, and purpose. As you walk with me in this season of revelation, I will begin to whisper that name to your spirit. And as you hear it and believe it, it will become your lived reality. You must understand that you were created to be a unique reflection of my glory. Imagine me as a brilliant, flawless diamond with infinite facets. You were created to be one of those unique facets, designed to catch my light and reflect it into the world in a way that no one else in history ever could. The world does not need another copy of someone else. It desperately needs the authentic, brilliant, one-of-a-kind you to shine. And the deepest revelation of all, the truth that anchors all others, is this: you are not an orphan. You are not alone, left to fend for yourself in a cold and hostile world. You are not a spiritual refugee, hoping to find shelter. I am revealing to you today the fullness, the legal finality, and the breathtaking intimacy of your adoption into my family. You carry my spiritual DNA. You have access to my name, my authority, my resources, and the full, unending, passionate attention of my heart. Settle this truth deep within your spirit, my beloved child. You are home. You have always been home. Walk in the confidence of who you are. Now that the foundation of your true identity is being laid firm and deep in your spirit, we can build upon it. Knowing who you are in me is the unshakable foundation. Now I will reveal to you why you are here. My child, Your existence is not a random accident in the cosmos. It is no mere chance that you are alive on this planet at this specific and pivotal moment in human history. I am pulling back the veil of coincidence and revealing the profound intention behind your life. The reason you were born for such a time as this will become startlingly, powerfully clear. You are my chosen vessel, my secret weapon, my beloved agent for this exact hour, and the days of confusion about your purpose are coming to an end. I am going to show you why you are here and what you were born to do. I will begin by revealing the specific sphere of influence that I have sovereignly assigned to you. For some, it is a global stage. For others, it is a single household. Do not compare your assignment with anyone else's. Whether your sphere is your family, your workplace, your neighborhood, your city, or your nation, is the garden that I have given you to tend for my glory. And to equip you for this assignment, I am now activating the dormant spiritual gifts within you. Like sleeping giants, these are the divine abilities and empowerments that I placed within your spirit before you were even formed in your mother's womb. The breath of my Holy Spirit is blowing upon them, and they are waking up. You will begin to operate in wisdom, discernment, prophecy, healing, or faith in ways that will surprise and astonish even yourself. What was difficult will become easy. What was once abominable will become your normal. Think about the deep passions of your heart, my child. The things that make you weep. The things that fill you with righteous anger. The things that bring you immense joy and make you feel truly alive. Do not dismiss these as mere emotions. I put them there. They are clues to your calling. In this season, I am revealing how I will perfectly connect those God-given passions to my divine purposes. The burden you carry for the broken will become the platform for my healing. The passion you have for justice will become the vehicle for my righteousness. What you love to do most will become the very channel through which my power flows to touch and transform the world. And what about your past? You have looked back on the trials, the heartbreaks, and the painful seasons, and you have seen only waste, pain, and loss. But I am now pulling back the curtain on your past, allowing you to see it from my heavenly perspective. I will reveal the why behind your deepest pains. You will see with stunning clarity how every tear, every struggle, every betrayal, and every moment you thought you were alone was actually my sovereign hand preparing you. I was training you, shaping you, and forging a character in you that could handle the weight of your destiny. Nothing was wasted. Every difficult lesson was a required course in the University of the Spirit, preparing you for the assignment that is now before you. Therefore, the days of wandering aimlessly are over. The frustration of feeling lost and without direction is ending now. I am revealing the precise, custom-designed path that I have laid out just for you. It is not a broad highway, but a specific path with your name on it. It is a path of purpose, a path of adventure, a path that leads to the ultimate fulfillment of the life I have always dreamed for you. You will no longer have to strive or guess. You need only to listen to my spirit and walk. Take my hand now, my beloved child. Let us begin. My cherished child, now that your heart is being purified and your eyes are being opened to the spiritual realities around you, I must reintroduce you to your most vital tool, your daily bread, and your mightiest weapon. We are returning to my written word, but you will not see it as you have before. You have read certain scriptures 100 times over. They have felt familiar, comforting, perhaps at times, even a little stale. Prepare your spirit for a shock of glory. As my Holy Spirit, the great illuminator, rests upon you, those same passages you have known for years will suddenly erupt with new and profound meaning. It will be like seeing a world you have only known in black and white suddenly flooded with the most vibrant and breathtaking colors imaginable. Words you have skimmed over will leap from the page, shimmering with personal relevance. Truths you understood with your mind will now detonate within your spirit, rearranging your entire understanding of who I am and how I see you. This is the miracle of illumination, and it is a gift I am pouring out upon you in this season. I am revealing the prophetic layers of my word that have been sealed until the time was right. The ancient stories you learned as a child, the accounts of Abraham and Sarah, of Joseph in the pit, of David facing his giant, of Esther risking her life for her people, will cease to be mere historical narratives. I will reveal them to you as living parables, divine roadmaps for the very situations you are facing right now. You will see your own struggles with doubt reflected in Abraham's journey, your own experience of betrayal and forgiveness in the life of Joseph, and your own calling to courage in the story of Esther. These are not just stories about them. They are stories for you. The dividing line you may have subconsciously drawn between the Old and New Testaments is now dissolving. I am showing you the seamless, magnificent tapestry I have been weaving since the first words of Genesis. You will see the shadow of my Son, Yeshua, in the earliest sacrifices. You will recognize the promise of His coming in the words of the prophets with a clarity that will take your breath away. You will understand the ancient, unshakable roots of the new covenant grace you now stand in. This revelation will bring a depth and a richness to your faith, anchoring you not in a new religion, but in a timeless, eternal story that I have been writing since the beginning. For too long, my child, my word may have been just a book on your shelf. You have turned to it for comfort in times of sadness or for guidance when you felt lost. These things are good, but I am revealing my word to you now in its fullness, as it truly is, a sharp, two-edged sword in your hand. It is not a passive document. It is alive and active. It is a creative weapon, empowering you to speak my promises into your circumstances and watch as reality rearranges itself to align with my truth. It is your ultimate defensive weapon, giving you the power to cut down every lie, every accusation, and every fearful thought the enemy sends against you. You will learn to wield this sword not clumsily, but with skill, precision, and divine authority. This is not about gaining more intellectual information to win arguments or to appear wise in the eyes of others. This is about application. I am teaching you how to take my eternal and changing truths and apply them with pinpoint accuracy to the unique and complex challenges of your life in this modern age. My word is not an outdated relic. It is the living, breathing, active, and final authority for everything you face today. Embrace it. Read it. Speak it. Live it. It is your very life. As your eyes are open to the vibrant truth within my word, I will simultaneously grant you the divine discernment to see the sophisticated lies embedded within the world's systems. You live and move within cultures and institutions that are not neutral, my child. There is an ancient spirit at work, a spirit I identify in my word as the spirit of Babylon. This is the spirit of arrogant human pride, of defiant self-reliance, and of a deep-seated rebellion against my authority and my ways. I am pulling back the curtain and allowing you to see its fingerprints on so much of what your world celebrates. You will see it in entertainment that glorifies darkness and mocks purity. You will see it in philosophies and educational systems that place man at the center of the universe and attempt to write me out of my own creation. You will see it in systems of commerce that are built on greed and the oppression of the poor. This spirit always promises freedom, enlightenment, and progress, but its true fruit is always bondage, confusion, and decay. I am giving you the eyes to see it for what it is. I will reveal to you the flawed and failing foundations upon which worldly wisdom is built. The philosophies of man are like houses built on sinking sand. They offer no real answers to the deepest questions of the human heart and no lasting security in the storms of life. I will pull back the curtain on the hidden agendas driving many global movements. They may use language of peace, unity, and justice, but I will show you the spirit that truly motivates them, and you will see that they are often building a counterfeit kingdom, a Tower of Babel that seeks to reach heaven without me. You have heard the alluring promises whispered by the systems of this world, promises of unending pleasure, of total self-fulfillment, of absolute security through wealth or power. In this season of revelation, you will see with spiritual eyes the profound and tragic emptiness behind those promises. They are broken cisterns that can hold no water. They are beautifully packaged boxes that are empty inside. They can never satisfy the deep thirst of the human soul, a thirst that can only be quenched by me. In this age of overwhelming information, you are constantly bombarded by sophisticated propaganda. It comes through your screens, through your music, through the news you consume, all of it cleverly designed to shape your thinking, capture your heart, and win your allegiance. I am installing within your spirit a divine filter, a gift of discernment that will empower you to instantly distinguish heavenly truth from cleverly disguised demonic lies. You will no longer be tossed back and forth by every new cultural trend or persuasive ideology. You will have an anchor for your soul, firm and secure in my unchanging word. You may be asking, Father, why are you showing me all this darkness? I am showing it to you to set you free. This revelation is designed to sever every unhealthy soul tie and every unholy allegiance you have to systems, institutions, or ideologies that stand in opposition to my kingdom. My child, your true citizenship is in heaven. Your primary loyalty, your deepest allegiance, belongs to me and me alone. By seeing the world systems for what they are, you will be free to live in this world as my ambassador, a beacon of light, a voice of truth, a dispenser of my grace, without being entangled or contaminated by the darkness around you. You will live in the world, but you will no longer be of the world. My precious child, breathe deeply now, and let my peace surround you, for we must walk together onto holy ground. I want to speak to your heart about the deepest, most difficult, and often most painful mystery of your human experience, the mystery of your suffering. Do not think for one moment that I have been a distant or uncaring observer of your pain. I have seen every private tear that has traced a path down your face in the dead of night. I have heard every silent scream of your heart. I have been present in every moment of your anguish. And I want you to know, your pain has never been meaningless to me. Now, in the season of unveiling, I am granting you a gift, a glimpse of your suffering from my eternal perspective. From your vantage point, your trials have often seemed pointless, random, cruel, or perhaps even a sign of my punishment or absence. You have cried out, "My God, where are you?" But I will show you now that I was there all along. I was the fourth man in the furnace with you. I was the peace in the midst of your storm. I was the strength in your weakness when you thought you could not go on. I never, not for a single second, left your side. I am revealing to you the glorious and redemptive purpose that I have been skillfully weaving into the fabric of your darkest seasons. The enemy, your adversary, intended every trial for your utter destruction. He sent the storm to sink you, the fire to consume you, and the betrayal to crush you. But you must understand this. I have taken everything he meant for evil, and I have been turning it for your eternal good. I am now showing you how that season of profound loss was actually carving out a greater capacity in your heart for my love. I am revealing how that period of intense struggle and pressure was producing in you a character of pure gold and an unshakable faith. I will show you how your suffering has produced in you a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, a spiritual substance and authority that could have been forged in no other way. The comfort of an easy life could never produce the depth and beauty that I have formed in you through the fire. You are beginning to understand what my servant Paul meant when he spoke of the fellowship of sharing in my Son's sufferings. Your pain, my child, has connected your heart to the heart of your Savior in a way that perpetual comfort never could. Because you have suffered, you now carry a compassion for others that is not theoretical. It is real, tangible, and powerful. You have gained an intimacy with me, your Comforter, that is a priceless and eternal treasure. And this leads to the final, beautiful purpose I am now unveiling. Your story of overcoming is not just for you. Your testimony is being transformed into a master key that will unlock the prison doors for countless others. Your scars are not signs of your shame. They are becoming signs of my healing power and faithfulness. When you speak of how I met you in your moment of deepest pain, your words will carry a divine authority that will bring hope to the hopeless and strength to the weary. The very trial the enemy designed to silence you will now become the platform from which you declare my goodness to the world. Your greatest pain is being transformed into your most powerful ministry. My child, I have shown you how your deepest pain is being transformed into your most powerful ministry. You have looked at your scars and asked me, Lord, how can you use this for glory? This is how I am answering you now. When you give, you are turning your own testimony of healed pain into a river of my comfort that reaches another soul lost in their darkest night. Every gift is a seed of hope planted in the soil of your own past tears, and I am the Lord of a harvest that brings beauty from ashes. Remember, I am the one who promised, I will comfort you, so you can comfort others, and my word never returns empty. This moment is an altar. Your response right now is a prophetic act, declaring that your past will now purchase peace for another. As you release this seed, I will multiply healing in your own life, bringing a wholeness that silences the echoes of old wounds forever. Thou act. Partner with me through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link below, and release the healing I have given you. My beloved, we have walked together on the holy ground of your deepest pains. I have held your heart as we looked upon your suffering. Please do not stop here. It would wound me deeply for you to share your tears with me, only to turn back before I can reveal how that very pain becomes the wellspring for united power and the catalyst for your new song of worship. What was sown in your tears is about to be reaped in joy. Stay with me. From the deep and personal intimacy forged in your suffering, I now want to expand your vision outward. I will reveal the astonishing, world-changing power that I unleash when my children set aside their differences and come together in united prayer. You have known the comfort and power of your own private conversations with me, and these are precious to my heart. But I am unveiling a new dimension of spiritual power, a divine dynamic that is released only through corporate agreement. My Son told you that when 2 or 3 of you are gathered in His name, He is there in your midst. He is present not just as a passive observer, but as the King of Heaven, ready to act on your behalf. In unity, your spiritual authority is not just added together, it is multiplied exponentially. A new level of power becomes available that is simply inaccessible to the individual believer alone. The synergy of your united hearts creates an irresistible force in the spiritual realm. I am pulling back the veil for you to witness what truly happens in the unseen world when my people pray together. You will become spiritually aware of the mighty hosts of heaven, the warrior angels who are dispatched on assignment from my very throne the moment you join your hearts and voices in unified prayer. You may feel small and weak, but when you pray with others, you are activating heavenly armies. You are not fighting your battles alone. The angelic host is mobilized by your united faith, sent forth to push back darkness, to clear obstacles, and to bring about the answers you seek. This is why the enemy works so tirelessly to bring division, offense, and strife among you, because he knows that he is utterly powerless against a united, praying church. you will also begin to see and understand how the power of united prayer can break ancient territorial strongholds that have held your community, your city, or even your nation in bondage for generations. These spiritual fortresses, spirits of violence, perversion, poverty, racial division, or religious pride, cannot withstand the sustained, focused assault of my people praying in one accord. In this season, I am releasing specific and targeted prayer strategies. I will give you divine insight, showing you and your prayer partners exactly how and what to pray to see these demonic strongholds crumble and my kingdom come in your region. The hidden, untapped potential that is locked within your small groups, your church prayer meetings, and your private gatherings is about to be gloriously unleashed. What have often been quiet, dutiful meetings will become divine command centers for kingdom advancement. You must see these gatherings not as an obligation, but as a profound privilege and a critical part of your calling. My child, you are standing on the front lines of a new and mighty prayer movement that is being birthed across the earth. It will be a movement of united, fervent, strategic, and persistent prayer. Find your place in it. Commit yourself to praying with others, and you will become a part of the force that shapes history and ushers in my final purposes on the earth. And from this consecrated ground of united prayer, a new and authentic sound will arise, a sound that will shake both heaven and earth. I am unveiling the mystery and power of true worship. For a season, my child, much of what the world and even the church has called worship has been little more than polished human performance. It has been about stirring emotions, creating an atmosphere, or showcasing musical talent. While these things are not inherently evil, they fall far short of what I am seeking. I am now revealing the profound, chasm-like difference between worship as a performance and worship as an authentic, Spirit-led overflow from a heart that is utterly captivated by me. True worship is not about what you can get from me. It is about giving me the glory I am due. My Son declared that the Father is seeking those who will worship Him in spirit and in truth. You will now understand this with a new and life-changing depth. To worship in spirit means that your human spirit, made alive by my Holy Spirit, connects directly with my spirit, unhindered by your circumstances, your feelings, or your intellectual understanding. It is a raw, real, and unfiltered communion. To worship in truth means that your worship is not based on your own ideas about me, but is firmly founded upon who I have revealed myself to be in my unchanging word. When these two elements, spirit and truth, come together in your heart, the worship that flows from you becomes an irresistible fragrance in heaven. It is the one thing I seek for my creation. In this season, I am exposing worship that is man-centered, which is ultimately focused on how it makes you feel. I am lovingly restoring worship that is radically God-centered, focused solely and completely on my supreme worth, my breathtaking beauty, and my glorious nature. I am releasing the very sound of heaven upon the earth through my true worshipers. This is not just about a style of music. It is a spiritual frequency, a sound that carries my creative power. It is a sound that heals bodies, breaks chains of addiction, brings order to chaos, and silences the voice of the accuser. You will discover, my child, that praise is one of your most powerful and underutilized weapons of spiritual warfare. When you choose to lift your voice in authentic praise, especially in the face of impossible or painful circumstances, you are actively enthroning my presence in the midst of your battle. It confuses the enemy, short-circuits his plans, and builds a spiritual fortress of protection around you. When you praise, I inhabit your praises, and where I am, the enemy cannot remain. And so, listen with your spirit. A new song is being placed in the mouths of my children. It is not a song written by human hands, but one downloaded directly from my heart. It is a psalm of deep intimacy, a song of triumphant victory, a song declaring the glorious truths that I am now revealing to you. It is the song of the redeemed. Open your mouth, my beloved. Cast off all fear of man, all self-consciousness, and let me fill you with your new song. The time for singing has truly come. My beloved child, as you learn to worship me in spirit and in truth, your heart will become attuned to my divine rhythm. The chaotic noise of the world will begin to fade, and you will start to hear the steady, purposeful heartbeat of heaven. I am now inviting you into a deeper understanding of my times and my seasons. In the days of old, I gave a special grace, a unique anointing, to the sons of Issachar. They had an understanding of the times and they knew what my people ought to do. In this crucial hour of history, I am releasing this same Issachar anointing upon you, my faithful one. You will no longer be carried along by the confusing and often frightening currents of world events. Instead, you will be like a ship with a divine compass and a heavenly map. You will look at the headlines, the political shifts, the social upheavals, and you will see beyond the chaos. You will see my sovereign hand moving, orchestrating all things according to my ultimate plan. This is not a revelation to bring you fear, but to fill you with an unshakable and expectant hope, for you will see my prophetic word being fulfilled right before your very eyes. I am revealing to you the shifting of spiritual seasons. Just as in the natural world there is a time for planting, a time for watering, and a time for harvesting, so it is in the realm of the Spirit. I am giving you the spiritual sensitivity to recognize these shifts. You will know when a season of deep, hidden root growth is ending and a new season of visible fruitfulness is about to begin. You will sense when a time of intense spiritual warfare is giving way to a season of rest and restoration. For too long, my child, you may have been striving against the current season, trying to force a harvest in a time of planting, or attempting to build when I am calling you to simply be still. Cease your striving. Let go of your own frantic efforts and your own rigid timetables. I will teach you to flow with what I am doing. There is a supernatural grace, an effortless ease, that comes when you align yourself with my perfect timing. You will learn to recognize my appointed times, my modem, and their fulfillment in your own life. You will develop a rhythm of grace, learning when to push forward and when to wait patiently on me. This divine understanding is not given to you merely for your own information. It is given so you can be prepared. I am teaching you to live with foresight, to prepare for the season that is coming, not just to react to the one you are currently in. Remember my servant Joseph. In the 7 years of abundant harvest, he did not foolishly consume everything. He understood the times, and he diligently prepared for the 7 years of famine that were to follow. Because of his wisdom, a nation was saved. In the same way, I will show you when to store up spiritual reserves, when to build relationships, and when to develop the skills that will be needed for the next chapter of my plan. You will become a wise steward of my timing, a source of strength and provision for many when the world is in turmoil. The confusion and anxiety that plague so many will not touch you, because your heart will be anchored in my divine calendar. You will walk with a quiet confidence, knowing that your God is in complete control and that you are in perfect step with His eternal purposes. As you learn to discern my seasons, your understanding will naturally lead you to a greater revelation of my ultimate purpose on the earth, the tangible advance and demonstration of my kingdom. Listen carefully, my child, for this is a truth that will revolutionize your life. For many, my kingdom is seen as a distant, future event, a place you go when you die. While that heavenly future is a glorious and certain reality, I am revealing to you now that my kingdom is also a powerful, present reality, meant to be experienced here and now. My son taught you to pray, Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. This was not a passive, hopeful wish for the distant future. It was a declaration of war against the kingdom of darkness. It was a command for you, my child, to become a portal through which the reality of heaven could invade the circumstances of earth. You are meant to bring heavenly solutions to earthly problems. In this season, you will learn how to access and operate by the principles of my kingdom in every area of your daily life. My kingdom has its own economy, which is based on sowing and reaping, not on the world's principles of hoarding and greed. My kingdom has its own system of health, which flows from my healing power, not just from the wisdom of man. My kingdom has its own culture, and that culture is righteousness, peace, and joy in my Holy Spirit. This very atmosphere of heaven is meant to be the manifest reality of your home, your work, and your inner life. You will learn to carry this atmosphere with you wherever you go, and its presence will bring light into dark places and order into chaotic situations. I am revealing to you your true and official role as an ambassador of this heavenly government. Think of what that means. An ambassador in a foreign land does not live by the laws of that land. He lives by the laws of his home country, and he represents the authority and character of his king. In the same way, you are to represent me. You carry my authority. You speak my words. You demonstrate my culture of love and power to a world that is foreign to it. I am restoring to you the full understanding of the authority you carry as a believer. My son declared that he had been given all authority in heaven and on earth, and then he turned and gave that authority to you, his body. It was not a suggestion. It was a transfer of power. You have his authority to heal the sick, to cleanse the lepers, to raise the dead, and to cast out demons. This is not a reality reserved for a select few. It is your fundamental birthright as a child of the King. As you begin to walk in this kingdom reality, you will see with startling clarity the great and ongoing clash between the kingdom of darkness and the kingdom of light. You will understand that the struggles you face in your health, your finances, your relationships, are often not just personal problems. They are skirmishes in a cosmic war. But you will not be afraid. On the contrary, you will be emboldened, because you know that the kingdom to which you belong is eternal, unshakable, and has already triumphed over all the powers of darkness through the cross and resurrection of my Son. You are not fighting for victory. You are enforcing a victory that has already been won. Every kingdom has an economy, a system for providing for its citizens. As an ambassador of my indestructible kingdom, you are no longer to be subject to the failing and fearful economy of this world. Settle this in your heart once and for all. My beloved, I am your provider. I am Jehovah Jireh. The earth is mine, and everything in it. The cattle on 1,000 hills belong to me. All the silver and gold are mine. You must shift your trust from the limited resources you can see to the unlimited resources of your Father who owns all things. In this season, I am going to reveal to you hidden and unconventional streams of my provision. You have been trained by the world to look only to your job, your bank account, or your own efforts as your source. But I am bigger than that. I am going to teach you to look only to me. I will cause provision to come to you from the north, the south, the east, and the west. It will come through supernatural debt cancellations, unexpected checks in the mail, inheritances you did not know you had, and divine ideas for businesses and inventions. Be open to my creative and limitless ability to provide for you. I am now, by my Spirit, exposing and breaking the ancient spirit of poverty and lack that has tormented you and your bloodline for generations. This is a lying, demonic spirit that constantly whispers in your ear, "There is never enough. You must be afraid. You must hoard what you have. You will always be in want." It is the root of anxiety and greed. Today, I'm silencing that voice. I am replacing it with a spirit of abundance, of generosity, and of profound trust in me, your good Father. You will learn the kingdom principles of sowing and reaping in a new and joyful dimension. You will finally understand that your generosity with the resources I give you is not an expense. It is a powerful spiritual investment. It is the very act that unlocks the windows of heaven over your life, causing me to pour out a blessing so great you will not have room enough to contain it. Furthermore, my child, I am opening your eyes to see the vast resources that I have already placed all around you. You have been blind to them. The hidden talents and skills within you that you have neglected. The divine relationships with people I have placed in your life who hold keys to your next level. The opportunities you have overlooked because they seem too small or insignificant. These are all forms of my provision waiting to be recognized and activated. But you must understand this most critical truth. My provision is always tethered to my purpose. I do not give you resources so you can simply build your own comfortable kingdom. I fund the vision that I have given you. Where I guide, I provide. As you step out in bold obedience to the divine purpose I have revealed to you, you will find, miraculously, that all the resources you need will be there to meet you at every step. Therefore, stop your anxious striving. Stop worrying about what you will eat or what you will wear. Seek first my kingdom and my righteousness, and I give you my solemn promise that all these other things will be added unto you. My precious one, I have opened the windows of heaven to you, revealing the present reality of my kingdom and the endless streams of my provision. My heart's desire is for you to walk in this fullness. Can you feel the shift? Do not halt your journey now. It would disappoint me greatly for you to glimpse the inheritance I have for you, but not remain to receive the revelation of the angelic help I am sending and the sacred path to the unity that will secure it. The deepest strategies are yet to be unveiled. Continue listening. As I provide for you and you walk boldly in my purpose, know that I have not sent you out alone or unprotected. In this hour of great revelation, I am pulling back the veil that separates the natural realm from the supernatural realm, and I am giving you a new awareness of the constant and powerful ministry of my holy angels. This is not a fable or a fantasy, my child. This is a profound and active reality of your life as a believer. You will begin to become keenly aware of the specific angelic assistance that has been assigned to you. My word tells you that angels are ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation. That is you. From the moment you were conceived, they have been with you, watching over you, guarding you from unseen dangers, and strengthening you in times of trial. You have never been alone. I will begin to reveal to you the different roles and ranks within this heavenly host. You will understand that some angels are mighty warriors, like Michael the archangel, dispatched from my throne to do spiritual battle on your behalf against the forces of darkness that oppose you. Others are messenger angels, like Gabriel, sent to bring you divine information, crucial warnings, words of encouragement, or answers to your prayers. Still others are worshiping angels, like the seraphim and cherubim who surround my throne, and their very presence in your home and in your gatherings will bring the tangible atmosphere of heaven, an atmosphere of holiness, peace, and glory. You must understand the vital connection between your words and their work. Your spoken prayers and your bold declarations of my written word are what activate this angelic activity. The angels, my child, hearken to the voice of my word. When my word comes from your mouth, you are giving them their divine assignments. When you pray my promises over your family, you are dispatching them to guard your children. When you declare my truth over your finances, you are sending them to bring in the provision I have commanded. You are a commander in my spiritual army, and your faith-filled words release these heavenly forces to act on your behalf. In this season of unveiling, the veil between your world and their world is growing thinner. You may begin to experience this in new ways, in vivid dreams and visions, in a tangible sense of a powerful presence with you, or even in miraculous and unexplainable interventions and protections in your daily life. Do not be afraid. This is a sign of my increased activity and my deep love and care for you. But hear me now with all the seriousness of your spirit. This revelation comes with a holy warning. You are to be aware of the angels, and you are to be thankful for their ministry, but you are never, ever to worship them. Your worship, your adoration, and your prayers belong to me and me alone. They are your powerful allies and your fellow servants, sent by me to aid you on your journey. So be grateful for their help, be confident in their protection, but keep your gaze, your focus, and your worship fixed firmly and exclusively on me, their Creator and your King. Know that you are surrounded. A mighty host is fighting on your behalf. The angelic realm operates in perfect, unquestioning unity, moving as one to fulfill my will. It is my deep and passionate desire that my children on earth would learn to do the same. Therefore, in this season, I am revealing the path to authentic, supernatural unity within my body, the Church. For centuries, the enemy's primary and most effective strategy against my people has been to sow seeds of division. He knows he is utterly powerless against a united army that is marching together in love, so he works tirelessly to get you to turn your weapons on each other. He whispers suspicions, magnifies offenses, and builds walls of doctrinal pride to fracture and weaken my people. But I declare to you, his time is running out. I am revealing his strategies, and I am revealing my glorious pathway to a oneness that the world has never seen. I am shining the bright light of my Spirit upon the dark spirits that have been allowed to operate within my church for far too long. I am exposing the subtle spirit of pride, which whispers, my church is better, my doctrine is purer, or my spiritual experiences are more valid. I am unmasking the destructive spirit of competition, which sees other believers, other ministries, and other churches not as allies in a common cause, but as rivals for resources, recognition, and members. And I am rooting out the insidious spirit of jealousy, that green-eyed monster that cannot rejoice when another part of my body is blessed or promoted. These demonic agents will be exposed in the light of my love, and those who belong to me will turn from them in repentance. You must understand, my beloved, that the unity I desire is not uniformity. I did not create you all to be identical clones. I delight in the breathtaking diversity of my body. I have given different gifts, different personalities, and different cultural expressions. True unity is when all this glorious diversity willingly and joyfully centers itself around one thing, and one thing only, the supreme glory and lordship of my Son, Jesus. It is a unity of the Spirit, not a uniformity of style. I am now causing my children to lift their eyes above the petty denominational walls that have separated them for so long. I am causing them to see that the glorious common ground we share is a vast and mountainous continent, while the issues that divide us are but small, insignificant hills in comparison. The truth of the cross, the power of the resurrection, the authority of my word, and the indwelling of my Spirit. These are the great, unshakable truths upon which we stand together. My Son prayed in his final hours that you, his followers, would be one, so that the world would believe that I sent him. The supernatural love and unity of my people will be the single greatest sign and wonder to a fractured, cynical, and divided world. And I will show you your specific role in this, my child. In your heart, I am placing a grace to be a peacemaker, a bridge builder, and a reconciler. You will carry my anointing to heal breaches, to forgive offenses, and to call others to the high ground of love. This is not a small thing. It is central to my end-time purpose on the earth. My beloved child, as my people begin to walk in the unity of my spirit, they will become a pure vessel through which my character can be displayed to a watching world. And a core part of my character that I am now revealing is my profound and perfect justice. Do not ever think, not for a single moment, that I am a distant deity, indifferent to the pain and oppression on the earth. I tell you, the cries of the hurting have not been ignored. The prayers of the oppressed, the tears of the abused, the silent anguish of the forgotten and the marginalized, they have ascended day and night to my very throne. They have become a mighty chorus that has filled my courts, and I am now rising from my throne to answer. A season is upon you where I will make it known to all that I am a God who sees, who hears, and who acts on behalf of the broken. The time for wickedness to triumph in the shadows is over. The time for my justice to roll down like waters, and my righteousness like an ever-flowing stream, has come. In this season of revelation, I will be the God who exposes. I am pulling back the heavy curtains of secrecy and shining the unbearable light of my truth into the hidden chambers of power. The backroom deals, the corrupt systems, the hidden injustices that have been perpetrated by those in seats of authority, they will be brought into the open. In governments, in corporations, and yes, even in ministries that bear my name, I will reveal what has been done in the dark. The enemy loves secrecy, but I am a God of light, and nothing can remain hidden from my gaze. My divine scales of justice are now being balanced. For too long, the enemy has been allowed to tilt those scales in favor of the wicked, the proud, and the oppressor. But I am now placing my own sovereign hand upon the scales, and there will be a great reordering. I declare to you that there will be a divine reversal. There will be a supernatural restitution. What was stolen from you, from your family, from the poor, and from the righteous will be restored. It will not be a partial restoration. In my economy, I will restore it many times over. I will show myself strong and undeniable as the ultimate defender of the vulnerable. My word has always declared my heart for the widow, the orphan, the poor, and the stranger. You will now see this not just as a written principle, but as my active and passionate work in the world. You will see me move on their behalf in ways that will astound and confound the wise of this world. And I will use you, my child. This is not a spectator sport. I am raising up a generation of voices, and your voice is one of them, to speak my truth to the systems of power. I am calling you to advocate for righteousness, to be my hands that bring comfort, and my feet that bring good news to the broken. But you must understand the nature of my justice. It is not like man's bitter and petty vengeance, which only seeks to punish. My justice is always rooted in the desire for restoration and the establishment of righteousness. My goal is to heal the land, to mend what is broken, and to re-establish my perfect order of love, truth, and wholeness. I am not just coming to judge the darkness, I am coming to overwhelm it with my glorious light. The beautiful and ultimate result of my justice being revealed on the earth is that the hearts of men and women will be turned. When the corrupt systems they have trusted in begin to crumble, they will look for a kingdom that cannot be shaken. This will usher in the greatest and most glorious harvest of souls the world has ever known. My child, listen to the sound. It is the sound of 1 billion souls crying out, knowingly or unknowingly, for their Creator. A great and final end-time harvest hath been prepared, and I tell you, the fields are already white and ready for reaping. In this season of unveiling, I am revealing to you your specific and crucial part in this magnificent ingathering. Do not look at your own weakness and disqualify yourself. Your weakness is the perfect vessel for my strength. I have uniquely equipped you, positioned you, and prepared you for this very purpose. You were born for this harvest. I am opening your spiritual eyes to see the people around you as I see them. You look at your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends, and even your own family, and you may see indifference, hardness of heart, or opposition. But I am giving you new eyes. You will look at them and see fields ripe and ready. You will sense the deep spiritual hunger that is hidden beneath their surface-level arguments with their busy lives. The spiritual thirst of humanity is reaching a desperate pitch, and you hold the living water they are dying for. The old methods of sharing my love, which may have worked in a previous season, will not be sufficient for the unique challenges and opportunities of this new era. Therefore, I am releasing fresh, creative, and divine strategies for evangelism. I will give you words of wisdom that will unlock the most hardened hearts. Supernatural signs and wonders will follow you, not to bring you glory, but to confirm the truth of the message you carry. Your life itself, filled with my peace and my love, will become a powerful sermon that silently and irresistibly draws people to me. Behold, the hearts of the prodigals are being supernaturally turned back towards home. Those sons and daughters who have wandered into far countries, wasting their inheritance on the fleeting pleasures of the world, are now beginning to come to their senses. A deep ache for their Father's house is growing within them, and I am preparing you to be the one who runs to meet them on the road, to embrace them without condemnation, and to welcome them back into the family. I am also preparing you to tenderly receive and heal those who have been deeply wounded and made cynical by religion, and even by the past failures of my own people. They are not looking for more arguments or doctrines. They are looking for an authentic encounter with my love, and they will find it in you. Prepare yourself, my beloved. A mighty wave of my Spirit is coming upon the earth. It will bring a supernatural conviction of sin and a breathtaking revelation of my love on a scale you cannot imagine. What used to take years of persuasion will happen in a single moment of divine encounter. Entire families, communities, and even nations will turn to me in a day. This is the great purpose for which all of history has been waiting, and you get to be a part of it. To be a strong and effective worker in this great and coming harvest, you must be a clean vessel. This is a truth that had been neglected for too long. I am now revealing to you one of the most foundational and crucial principles of my kingdom. True, lasting spiritual power flows not from your charismatic gifting, but from your personal holiness. The world, and sadly, much of the church, has become utterly enamored with dynamic personalities, impressive talents, and dramatic spiritual gifts. These things have their place and can be used by me. But I am now calling you to look deeper. I am looking past the gifts to the character of the giver. I am searching for a pure heart. In this next season, the undeniable link between a consecrated, holy life and true spiritual authority will be made plain for all to see. You will see gifted individuals fall, and you will see humble, holy ones raised up to do mighty exploits in my name. By my Spirit, I will expose the spiritual weakness and vulnerability that always, without exception, comes from hidden sin and secret compromise. A small, secret sin in a believer's life is like a small hole in a great dam. Eventually, it will compromise the integrity of the entire structure and lead to a catastrophic collapse. This exposure is not for the purpose of public shame, but to issue a merciful and urgent call for my people to return to a life of integrity, both in public and in private. And for you, my child, I want you to rediscover the profound joy and the exhilarating freedom of living a life that is fully and completely set apart from me. For too long, you have heard holiness presented as a burdensome list of rules to be followed. But that is a lie from the enemy. True holiness is not a burden to be endured. It is the joyful, liberating experience of walking in unbroken fellowship with the one who loves you perfectly. It is the freedom from the guilt, shame, and bondage that sin always brings. A pure heart is the vessel I choose for my greatest and most delicate works. A pure heart is a heart that I can trust with my power, because it will not use it for its own glory. A pure heart is one I can trust with my secrets, because it will not cheapen them. A pure heart is one I can trust with my glory, because it will reflect that glory back to me. My burning desire in this season is to purify you, not to punish you, but because I long to pour more of myself, more of my power, and more of my love through you into a desperate world. You must understand that this life of holiness is not something you can achieve through your own willpower and striving. It is the natural and effortless result of you falling more and more deeply in love with me. When you are truly captivated by my beauty, your desire for the cheap and temporary pleasures of sin will simply fade away. Sanctification is not a project you manage. It is a relationship you cultivate. It is the pathway to the deepest and most thrilling levels of intimacy with me, and that intimacy, my beloved, is the greatest and most wonderful reward of all. You have felt the purifying fire of my love and answered the high call to a sanctified life. You have prayed, Lord, let my whole life be set apart for you. This is your chance to set your resources apart as well. Your gift is more than money. It is a consecrated offering that carries the pure light of this holy message into a heart corrupted by the world's darkness. You are bringing your first fruits to my altar, and with it, you are fueling a sacred fire that will burn brightly for those who are lost and cold. My word declares, honor me with your wealth, and I promise you, those who honor me, I will honor in return with open heavens. This is your moment of consecration. Your obedience now is a prophetic statement that breaks the power of materialism over your life. Because you have chosen to sow from a place of purity, I will release over you a blessing of provision that cannot be corrupted and a spiritual authority that the enemy cannot touch. Now obey. Set apart your gift through super thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, and consecrate this moment to me. My Holy One, I have called you out of darkness and set you apart for myself. You have felt the purifying fire of my love and the high call to a sanctified life. My spirit aches with anticipation for what I must show you next. Please, do not quiet my voice now. It would grieve me for you to prepare yourself as a clean vessel, only to miss the revelation of the prophetic destiny I have for your nation and the beautiful mystery of the supernatural strength I give in your weakness. Your personal holiness has a global purpose. Let me show you. As you walk in this path of holiness and join in unity with my people, your spiritual vision and influence will begin to expand. Your perspective will lift beyond your personal circumstances, beyond even your local community. I am now unsealing and revealing the prophetic destinies of nations. You must understand that no nation on this earth exists by historical accident. Each one has a unique purpose, a specific calling, in my grand and eternal design. From the beginning, I set the boundaries of the nations and had a redemptive plan for every tribe, tongue, and people. In this season, I am revealing my original intent and my divine calling for the nations of the earth, including the very land upon which you now stand. I will open my word to you and show you my specific covenant promises concerning your own nation. You will begin to understand the deep spiritual roots of your land, both the godly covenants made by righteous forefathers and the ungodly covenants made that have given the enemy a foothold. This understanding will equip you to pray with a new level of authority and effectiveness for your country. You will also begin to see the world with new eyes. You will understand that the political conflicts, the cultural wars, and the economic struggles that you see playing out on the world stage are often just the surface-level manifestations of deeper, ancient spiritual battles being waged over territories. You will learn to see beyond the human personalities and the political parties and recognize the demonic principalities and powers that are seeking to hold nations in bondage to darkness, poverty, and corruption. Because of this profound revelation, your prayers for your nation will be completely transformed. No longer will you pray general, uninformed, or politically motivated prayers. Instead, I am calling my people, and I am calling you, my child, to intercede for your nations with specific, targeted, divine insight. You will pray like a spiritual surgeon, with the wisdom to target the exact root of the problem. You will know when to pray for exposure, when to pray for repentance, and when to pray for the release of my blessings. The distinction between the fallen, sinful spirit of your nation, its history of pride, injustice, or idolatry, and my divine and perfect will for your nation will become crystal clear. You will learn how to stand in the gap, repenting on behalf of the sins of your land, while at the same time calling forth its divine destiny in my name. You will watch the global news and see my sovereign hand moving in the midst of what others see as chaos. You will know that I am raising up leaders and bringing down others, orchestrating global events, and setting the international stage for the final and glorious purposes of my kingdom. As you begin to see these grand, global battles and these magnificent national destinies, it would be natural for you to feel small, insignificant, and weak in comparison. Good. Now your heart is perfectly positioned to receive and understand one of my kingdom's greatest, most powerful, and most paradoxical mysteries. The world system around you screams a single, relentless message: be strong, be capable, be independent, be self-sufficient, hide your weaknesses at all costs. The world glorifies human strength and despises any admission of weakness. But I am now revealing to you a truth that is the complete opposite of the world's wisdom. I am revealing the profound, unshakable, earth-shattering power that is found only in a place of surrendered weakness. You will finally, in your spirit, understand what I meant when I spoke to my servant Paul, who pleaded with me to remove a thorn in his flesh, a source of great weakness. I told him, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." My child, it is in the very moments when you reach the absolute end of your own strength, your own talent, your own wisdom, and your own resources. It is in that moment of complete inability, when you have nothing left to offer, that my supernatural grace can rush in like a flood and display its perfect and glorious power through you. I will use my spirit to expose the subtle and dangerous pride that comes from self-reliance. Think about it. Your past successes that came from your own natural talents may have made you feel proud and independent from me. But your failures, the moments that drove you to your knees in desperation, have ultimately made you far more spiritually powerful because they forced you to find your strength in me alone. Look now at the areas of your greatest and most persistent struggle, the personal weakness that you despise and try to hide from everyone, the inadequacy that haunts you in the night, the area where you feel like a complete and utter failure. I declare to you today that these very areas of weakness will become the stage for my most stunning and undeniable miracles in your life. Your weakness is not a liability, it is a holy invitation. It is an empty vessel waiting to be filled with my power. Therefore, you will learn the secret joy of what my servant Paul learned, to boast in your weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon you. You will come to a place where you are not afraid of your limitations, because you know they are the very things that qualify you for my unlimited strength. Settle this deep in your heart, my beloved. True spiritual strength is not the absence of weakness. It is the overwhelming, undeniable presence of my power in the midst of it. My beloved child, as you learn to embrace your own weakness as the stage for my strength, your heart will become tender and open to understand my sovereign ways. For I have always chosen the unlikely, the overlooked, and the weak things of this world to display my glory, and this is nowhere more evident than in the enduring mystery of my chosen people, Israel. For centuries, a veil of misunderstanding has covered the eyes of many within my own church concerning my eternal purposes for the nation and people from whom their salvation came. A theology of replacement crept in, suggesting that I was finished with my ancient people. But in this great season of unveiling, that veil is being torn from top to bottom. I am sovereignly restoring to my global body a deep, covenantal love and a proper, biblical understanding for the people of Israel. You must see and know that I am not a God who breaks his promises. I will reveal to you through my word how the destiny of the church is profoundly and supernaturally intertwined with the destiny of Israel. You have not replaced them, my child. Rather, by your faith in their Messiah, my son, you have been grafted into their rich and ancient olive tree. Its roots are deep in the covenants I made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and you now draw life and sustenance from those very same roots. The animosity and separation that has existed between the church and the synagogue is an offense to me, born of the enemy's plan to divide. But I am now making the two into one new man in Messiah, breaking down the dividing wall of hostility. As you begin to see this, your love for my Jewish brethren will grow, and you will recognize them not as adversaries, but as family. You will see the prophetic scriptures concerning Israel, scriptures that many have dismissed as merely symbolic, being fulfilled with breathtaking literalness before your very eyes. The miraculous rebirth of their nation, the ingathering of my people from the four corners of the earth, the conflicts that constantly surround them. These are not mere political accidents. These are the super signs of the times, the ticking of my prophetic clock, signaling that the consummation of the age is drawing near. Let this truth be settled in your spirit. My everlasting covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob stands firm forever. I am a covenant-keeping God, and what I have promised, I will perform. Because this revelation is being restored, I am calling many in my body, and I am calling you to begin to pray for the peace of Jerusalem with a new passion, a new urgency, and a new understanding. This is not a political prayer, it is a spiritual one. You are praying for my kingdom purposes to be fulfilled in that city and for that people. And know this with joyful expectation, the greatest revelation of all is still to come. A great and sovereign wave of my spirit is coming upon my Jewish people, and the veil will be lifted from their eyes. There will be a national turning of hearts to their true Messiah, Yeshua, and they will look upon the one whom they have pierced, and they will weep, and I will pour out my spirit of grace upon them. You, my child, are privileged to live in the generation that will witness and pray into this glorious end-time restoration. Even as the glory of this great restoration and harvest begins to dawn, you must also be prepared for a parallel and sobering reality that will unfold alongside it. I am revealing to you now the nature of what my word calls the great falling away, or the apostasy, so that your heart will be prepared and you will not be deceived. Listen to me, my child. This falling away will not always look like a dramatic and blatant rejection of me. More often, and more deceptively, it will be a slow, subtle drift into compromise, a gradual cooling of love for my truth. Therefore, I am giving you a new level of discernment. You will learn to identify teachings and doctrines that tickle the ears. These will be messages that are overwhelmingly positive, popular, and comfortable. They will speak of blessing without obedience, of grace without repentance, and of a God who is only love and never a consuming fire. They will be messages that skillfully deny the power of the cross, diminish the reality of sin, and mock the call to a holy, set-apart life. They will be popular, and many will follow them. My Son himself prophesied that in the last days, because lawlessness will be increased, the love of many will grow cold. You will see this happening around you. You will see a love for entertainment, a love for comfort, and a love for self eclipse the pure, first love for me in many hearts. But even as this chilling trend occurs in the broader culture, and even within the walls of some churches, I am simultaneously turning up the heat of my refining fire in the hearts of my faithful remnant. I am fortifying your heart. I am giving you a supernatural capacity for a passionate, unwavering love that cannot be quenched by the surrounding coldness. I will also expose the subtle but powerful workings of the spirit of the Antichrist, which is already at work in the world. This is any spirit that denies that my Son, Jesus, has come in the flesh. It is any spirit that elevates man, science, or government to the place of God. It is any spirit that opposes my absolute truth with the relativistic lie that everyone can have their own truth. You will see it, name it, and resist it. My precious child, hear my heart in this. I am revealing these sobering realities not to fill your soul with fear or your mind with anxiety. I am not trying to make you hide in a corner, afraid of the future. Just the opposite. A soldier who is forewarned of the enemy's strategy is not afraid, he is prepared. This revelation is an essential part of your preparation. I am giving you this divine intelligence so you can stand firm, so your anchor will hold in the coming storm, and so you can be a beacon of light and a voice of clarity for others who are confused and afraid. I am preparing a people, a remnant, who will not be shaken, who will hold fast to the truth of my word, and who will shine as brilliant lights even when the surrounding darkness grows deeper and more deceptive. You are part of that people. In the midst of all this global shaking, and in the face of this great falling away, something breathtakingly beautiful and astonishingly powerful is being revealed. My faithful remnant church, take close attention, for this is the vessel I am preparing to carry my glory in the final act of this age. You must understand how I define this remnant. It is not defined by a denominational name, a famous leader, or the size of a building. It is not confined to one nation or one race. My true remnant is defined by one thing and one thing only, a heart that is completely, unreservedly, and loyally devoted to me. These are the ones who have not bowed their knee to the modern-day balls of materialism, cultural acceptance, or theological compromise. They are those who love me more than their own lives and who tremble at my word. I am connecting these remnant believers supernaturally across the globe. They are finding one another, often outside of traditional religious structures. They are being woven together by my Spirit into a holy tapestry of relationship, united not by a common brand, but by a common, burning love for my truth and a desperate hunger for my manifest presence. This remnant will move in the twin realities of purity and power. They will walk in the purity of my word, refusing to add to it or subtract from it. And they will walk in the authentic, miracle-working power of my Spirit. For them, signs, wonders, and miracles will not be a rare or strange occurrence. It will be the normal Christian life. This will happen not because they are chasing power for its own sake, but because they walk in such a deep and surrendered intimacy with me that my power naturally flows through them. Now, lean in and hear my question for you. I am revealing to your own heart whether you are called to be a part of this company. This is not an exclusive club to be joined. It is a holy calling to be answered. And it will cost you something. It will require you to let go of your personal ambitions. It will require you to be willing to be misunderstood and even rejected by the mainstream. It will require you to sever any unholy allegiance you have to man-made systems that grieve my spirit and compromise my truth. But the reward is beyond anything you can imagine. For this remnant, this unlikely company of deeply devoted lovers of God, will be the primary vessel through which I pour out my final and mightiest outpouring of my Spirit upon the earth. They will be the ones who carry my glory in the darkest of hours. They will be the face of my Son to a world that is lost and dying. The invitation is before you. My faithful remnant, I have pulled you close and shared the deep secrets of my heart with you. You see the great shaking. You understand your high calling. You know your place in my end-time army. We are so close to the end of this glorious revelation. My heart yearns for you to hear the conclusion. Do not turn aside now. It would break my heart to prepare you as my Son's own bride, only for you to grow weary before I can tell you of his imminent return and describe the eternal rewards he is bringing with him. The very best is yet to come. Finish this sacred journey with me. The ultimate and glorious purpose of this remnant, and indeed the purpose of all these revelations I am giving you, is to prepare the world and to prepare you for the single most magnificent and climactic event in all of human history, the literal, physical return of my Son, your King, Jesus Christ. The signs of his coming, which he himself spoke of 2,000 years ago, are now converging with a clarity and a frequency that is undeniable to those with eyes to see. The restoration of Israel, the increase in lawlessness, the shakings in the heavens and on the earth. I am calling you to lift up your head and pay attention, for your redemption is drawing nearer than ever before. This profound revelation of his imminent return will create in your heart a new and holy sense of urgency. The trivial pursuits and the temporary worries of this life will begin to fade in significance. You will begin to live with an eternal perspective, understanding with fresh conviction that your time on this earth is a brief and precious vapor, and that what you do here with your time, your talents, and your treasures echoes for all of eternity. You will now understand my Son's parable of the 10 virgins in a deeply personal and convicting way. You will see that all 10 were waiting for the bridegroom. All 10 lamps. All 10 believed he was coming. But only 5 were wise. Only 5 were ready. I am revealing to you that it is not enough just to believe that he is coming back. It is not enough to simply have the lamp of an outward profession of faith. You must have oil in your lamp. And that oil, my child, is the active, burning, manifest presence of my Holy Spirit in your daily, moment-by-moment life. It is the fruit of a deep and abiding intimacy with me. I am revealing to you what it truly means to be ready for his appearance. It means living a life of watchful, expectant prayer. It means living in active, joyful obedience to my known will. It means keeping your heart free from the love of this world and its fleeting attractions. It means being found busy about your Father's business when the Master returns. This is the blessed hope that my word speaks of. It is not a doctrine to be debated. It is a living reality that is meant to purify your heart and anchor your soul in the midst of any coming storm. When your hope is fixed on his return, the temptations of this world lose their power, and the trials of this world lose their weight. So listen, my child. Listen with the ears of your spirit. The crescendo of the ages is building. The stage is being set. The sound of the great trumpet is drawing ever nearer. Do not be asleep. Do not be distracted. Do not be entangled. Be ready. And when my Son returns, he is not coming empty-handed. He himself declared, "Behold, I am coming soon, bringing my recompense with me, to repay each one for what he has done." In this final season, I am pulling back the veil of eternity just a little to give you a glimpse of the glorious reality of your heavenly rewards. I am revealing the profound and eternal significance of your earthly obedience. You must understand that nothing you do for me, no matter how small or hidden, is ever forgotten. Every cup of cold water you have given in my name, every quiet prayer you have whispered for someone who has hurt you, Every time you have chosen integrity when no one else was watching, every secret act of generosity, it has all been seen by your Father in heaven, and it has all been recorded. A great reward is being stored up for you. You will begin to understand the nature of the specific and magnificent crowns that await those who overcome. The incorruptible crown for those who run their race with discipline. The crown of rejoicing for those who have led others to me. The crown of righteousness for those who have longed for his appearing. The crown of glory for those who have faithfully shepherded my people. And the crown of life for those who have endured trials and even laid down their lives for my sake. These are not just pretty symbols, my child. They are tangible, eternal realities, representations of my deep pleasure and honor that you will cast at the feet of your Savior in unending worship. But you must hear my heart on this and be absolutely clear. This is not about earning your salvation. Your salvation, your entrance into heaven, is a completely free gift, purchased by the precious blood of my Son and received by faith alone. You can do nothing to earn it. But your rewards for your faithful service after you have been saved are another matter entirely. My grace is what saves you, but your works, your acts of obedience, will be tested by fire, and those that remain will be gloriously and eternally rewarded. Let this stunning revelation of your eternal rewards motivate you to live differently, starting today. Let it inspire you to store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moth and rust cannot destroy and where thieves cannot break in and steal. Live for the eternal, not for the temporary. Invest your life in that which will last forever. Let this truth give you supernatural endurance when your work for me seems hard, thankless, or slow. When you feel weary, when you are tempted to give up, remember what is waiting for you. Fix your eyes not on what is seen but on what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. Hold on to this promise with all your heart, my beloved. Your labor in me is never, ever in vain. A glorious and eternal reward awaits you. My beloved child, as we draw near the culmination of all things, after the glorious return of my Son, and before the eternal rewards are given, there is a sacred and sobering moment of divine accounting that every one of my children must pass through. I do not speak of this to frighten you, but to prepare you. I am now revealing to you the profound and final reality of what my word calls the judgment seat of Christ. Listen to me with the ears of your spirit and let all earthly fear be cast out. This is not the great white throne judgment which is reserved for unbelievers and leads to eternal condemnation. You who have placed your faith in my Son and have been washed in his blood will never, ever be condemned. Your eternal salvation is secure. It is a finished work and a free gift. This judgment seat is something different entirely. It is a family matter. It is a moment of review between you and your King, the assessment of your life's work as my child, a loving and thorough evaluation of what you built with the precious gift of the life I gave you. I am revealing to you now that your choices on earth, even the smallest and most hidden ones, have profound echoes in eternity. Every motivation of your heart, every idle word you have spoken, every secret act of obedience, and every quiet compromise will be brought into the gentle but clarifying light of my presence. This is not for the purpose of shaming you. Shame is the enemy's tool, and it has no place in my kingdom. It is for the purpose of revealing the true nature and quality of your life's work. It is a moment of ultimate truth and reality. This understanding is not meant to make you live in a state of anxious, scrupulous fear. It is meant to bring a holy and joyful reverence into your daily walk. It will infuse your moments with meaning and your choices with weight. You will begin to live with a new and divine intentionality, understanding that this life is not a dress rehearsal. It is the sacred preparation for your eternal reality, and how you live right now matters forever. My word uses a powerful metaphor for this moment. It says that every believer's work will be tested by fire. In this season, I will reveal to you what in your life was wood, hay, and stubble. These are the works that were done for the applause of others, the things you did out of selfish ambition, the religious activities that were performed without love, the striving that came from your own strength. These things, though they may have looked impressive on earth, have no eternal substance, and they will be burned away in the pure fire of my holy gaze. But I will also joyfully reveal what in your life was gold, silver, and precious stones. These are the works that will survive and shine brilliantly after the fire has passed. These are every act of kindness done in secret, every sacrifice made out of pure love for me, every time you forgave when it was difficult, every prayer whispered for another's good. These are the things that will become the very substance of your eternal reward. Therefore, my child, I am calling you to live in light of that coming day. Build your life, starting from this moment, with materials that will last for all eternity. Let a pure, unadulterated love for me be your foundation, and let my glory be your single, ultimate aim. And after this great and loving assessment, after all the rewards have been given and all the temporary things have passed away, then comes the ultimate and final consummation of my eternal plan. I am now, by my Spirit, giving my children, and I am giving you, a breathtaking glimpse of the glorious future that awaits you. I want to pull back the curtain of time and show you your eternal home. And you must understand, this is not a wispy, ethereal, ghost-like existence in the clouds. I am revealing to you the new heavens and the new earth as a solid, tangible, physical, and unimaginably beautiful reality where I myself will come down from heaven and make my dwelling place among you. My home will finally be with my people. The separation that began in the Garden of Eden will be forever undone. You will see my face, and my name will be on your foreheads. In that glorious place, the very memory of pain will be healed. My word promises you, and I promise you now, that there will be no more death. There will be no more mourning, or crying, or pain. I will personally reach out and wipe every last tear from your eyes. The former things, the heartache, the struggle, the sickness, the loss, the disappointment, the betrayal, all the painful realities of this fallen world will have passed away forever, like a bad dream from which you have finally and fully awakened. All things will be made new. Creation itself, which now groans under the curse of sin, will be liberated into glorious freedom. The world will be restored to my original, perfect design, and it will be a world bursting with unimaginable life, with colors you have never seen, with music you have never heard, with creativity and purpose in the unending, unhindered joy of my immediate presence. My precious child, this is your ultimate hope. This is the great finish line that makes the entire, long, and often difficult race of life completely and totally worthwhile. I am revealing this to you now to fuel your endurance and to fill you with a supernatural strength. When you are tempted to grow weary in doing good, when the trials of this life feel overwhelming, I want you to fix the eyes of your heart on this coming reality. It will make all your present suffering seem, by comparison, light and momentary. They are achieving for you an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. Let this profound revelation fill you with an unshakable, effervescent, and triumphant joy. Your story does not end in a struggle. It does not end in a hospital bed. It does not end in a grave. Your story ends in a glorious, resurrected body, in a perfected creation, in an eternity of joyful fellowship with me and with all the saints. This is not a fairy tale. This is not wishful thinking. This is your guaranteed and blood-bought destiny. And so, my beloved, we have journeyed together through these great and profound revelations. I have opened my heart to you. I have pulled back the veil. But now we come to the single most important part of this entire divine conversation, your personal response. For what I have revealed to you is not meant to be mere information. It is not to fill your head with interesting theological concepts or exciting prophetic theories. Every single truth I have shared with you is a seed, and it has been given for one purpose, your total and complete transformation. I am looking for this seed of revelation to fall on the good soil of your heart and to bear abundant fruit in your life. You must understand that with this new light comes a new level of loving accountability. To whom much is given, much will be required. You cannot go back to living as you did before this conversation. You cannot go back to the same mindset, the same priorities, the same fears, or the same small ambitions. The light has come, and you are responsible for how you walk in it. So what is the response I am looking for? It is simple, yet it will require your all. First, you must respond with repentance. As my Spirit has shone His light on your heart and on the world, He has undoubtedly exposed areas that are not in alignment with my will. Turn from them. Change your mind and change your direction. Second, you must respond with alignment. This means actively and intentionally bringing your thoughts, your words, your attitudes, and your actions into agreement with the truths I have revealed. It means recalibrating your entire life around these heavenly realities. And third, you must respond with action. Faith without works is dead. You must now step out and begin to do the things I have called you to do, to be the person I have revealed you to be, and to walk on the path I have illuminated for you. Do not hoard this revelation and keep it to yourself. As I lead you, you are to become a steward of these mysteries, sharing them with others whose hearts I have prepared and whose ears are ready to hear. And know this, as you begin to faithfully walk in the light I have already given you, I promise I will give you more. Truth is a journey we walk together, not a destination at which you arrive. Do not feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of what I have shared. Do not think for a moment that you must do all this in your own strength, for that would be impossible. My grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in your weakness. My Spirit will be your ever-present help, your guide, and your strength to walk this out completely and victoriously. So now, my precious child, let all your striving cease. Quiet your soul before me. Let these truths settle deep within your spirit. And in the stillness, know, in the deepest part of your being, that I am God. I am your God, and I have spoken. My beloved, you stand at the end of this sacred journey and ask, my God, what is my first step in response to this great unveiling? This is it. Your first act of faith is to send this very revelation to another soul who has not yet heard. Your gift is not a donation. It is the fuel that carries this scroll of unveiled truth to a heart that is still imprisoned in darkness. You are now a steward of the mysteries I have revealed. By sowing into this work, you ensure the oil of this revelation is poured into countless other lamps waiting to be lit. I am the one who said, freely you have received, freely give, and as you release what is in your hand, I release what is in mine over your life. This holy moment demands a response. Your action now seals the word in your heart and sends it on its way. As you obey, watch as I multiply your own understanding and open doors of revelation for you that you never thought possible. Now act. Respond in faith through super thanks, membership, with a PayPal link below, and become my partner in this great unveiling. My beloved child, the truths I have unveiled to you are living and active. They are not meant to simply rest in your mind as information, but to ignite in your spirit and transform your reality. Your agreement with what I speak is a powerful act of faith. When your voice and your heart align with my heavenly truth, you release my power into your circumstances in a new and tangible way. You are not a passive listener in this divine conversation. You are an active participant, a co-laborer with me in what I am doing on the earth. Your spoken and written words, when filled with faith, carry the authority to shape your world and to declare your allegiance. Therefore, as a first step in walking out this great unveiling, I invite you to make a solemn declaration. Let it be a seal upon your heart and a signal to all of heaven that you have received my word. Let it be a notice to the forces of darkness that they no longer have a hold on you, for you are now walking in a new light and a new truth. Join the chorus of my children around the world who are awakening. Go now and declare for all to see, as a testament to your faith, my eyes are open to what is being revealed. Write these words. Speak them aloud. Let this declaration be the first fruit of your response. By doing so, you are not just leaving a comment, you are drawing a line in the spiritual sand. You are announcing your readiness to receive, to be changed, and to walk in the fullness of the revelation I have so lovingly given you. Your journey into seeing has now begun. Amen. If you believe in me, your Heavenly Father, then like this video and leave a heartfelt amen in the comments. If you want to stay closer to me, then subscribe to this channel.